Soft hands, I still feel you when it's empty. I don't talk about it, I don't talk at all. But your shadow
I'm done horse assing around.
still lives on my wall.
I've opened this
We are
up.
live.
We're live
Oh
now.
shit.
Yeah.
Behave. Act
Yeah.
like people.
We're real
Act
people
natural.
now. Act natural.
Start mooing.
Get away from
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
You're so close.
Yeah, fine.
Hey, why are you touching shoulders with me? We have this entire screen. Alright. Just out here touching shoulders with me. Yeah, oh, hold on. I have your Fugi on, so let me turn this shit off.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh my god.
Bless her. She's cute.
Yeah.
But
Just fucking one apple tall. Moy's like doing that thing where like you have like the entire like rest of the bed and like she's just like right next to you. Yeah, you ever like hang out?
what are you doing? I'm not touching you. It's
Like,
fine.
get away
I'm not
from
touching you.
me.
I just like being like this.
Yeah, like that tall.
aggressively
Yeah.
Annoying, annoyingly short. You're like, who's this?
How tall
This
are
is
you
my
in
6-year-old little
centimeters?
sister. My mom made me bring her with
Yeah.
me.
This is
You're
Mini
just like,
Tail. All my friends, you guys have to be nice to Mini Tail. You know?
yeah.
I get to be a little mean,
I'm
but you guys have to be
mean.
nice to Mini Tail. Anyways,
I'm
what is this? Profound Pixels, the podcast of the Proletariat. Ponder and pontificate with Philistines. And that's for the people who like know words. You know, if you don't know
true.
words, like that's on you. You ever like? Okay,
Oh.
I don't know about you, but for me, because I like playing the fool and being like a dumbass, I feel like people always like assume that I'm dumber than I really am until I hit them with like bigger vocab, and they're like, "What?"
Oh,
Or like I hit them with like more knowledge,
Uh-huh.
you know.
Some knowledge.
And so
Thoughts.
people always like assume I'm just like a big old dummy, which
Big
I
old
kind of like.
dum to go along with his himbo.
God, I wish I was a
persona.
himbo. I'm not very himbo.
Or not himbo. Not
Yeah.
himbo. Fuckboy. There we go.
Yeah, I'm more
Somebody
like
was talking
fuckboy
to me
based.
about a Halston the other night. So I had himbos on the brain.
Yeah. No, like I had to like talk to with one of my friends, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I love like himbos and stuff like that." And I guess I just don't like really understand himbos, you know, as like an entity. Like, what is an himbo even?
And himbo is just like
One
a golden
himbo.
retriever. One and himbo is like they're very nice personality. They're a nice person.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're very genuine, but they just don't have all the brain cells. they're just not
They're nice, but
the
they're
smartest.
just so
They're so
stupid.
nice.
There's just nothing
They're
going on
so
up there.
nice.
If they
No,
walked into a
there's, like,
bar, you would
varying
hear a
degrees.
hollow ringing twice. Yeah.
Oh man. Buff, dumb, and wholesome. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
and
we
they
should-
don't even need to be.
When I'm in
like, buff
sharing
per
chat,
se.
we should share chat.
Wow.
We're
He
two
doesn't wanna
professional
share chats
streamers.
with me. He
Just
says,
two
"Nah,
professional.
I gotta protect them from her.
Yeah. I completely forgot about it because honestly, I've been talking all day, chat. I woke up this morning. I was supposed to chat with a friend. We chatted. I thought it was gonna be like a 20-minute thing, and then I was gonna do some keys. We chatted from like 7 a.m. this morning until I got into call with Moy.
Nice.
My entire day got
Hello,
consumed by chatting with a friend, which I don't mind. You know, I don't mind. I love chatting with my friends. And so like, but yeah, that just consumed my entire day, which left me with very little preparation to do for Moy and I. But it's cool. It was nice. You know, like those conversations you have with a friend that like, it never stops, so you don't remember how long.
Yeah, it just
like,
keeps going.
Yeah.
Going and going.
The only time it stops is like, hold on, I need to drink water, and then some like,
I need
I need to go
water.
powder my nose. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, it is simply too hot today, chat. In freaking California, it is way too toasty.
Not me sitting in my air conditioner in the Midwest going, yes, I think I'll put on a sweater.
I might actually turn into a puddle right now. I am dying.
That's the worst, honestly.
Mm.
I can't with the heat. Like I can be like cold, I can be frigidly cold and not be upset. But if I am hot,
Yeah, you're just
I'm
pissed.
pissed. Yeah, pissed immediately. There it is. I'm like, there's a toggle for this.
It's pissed.
Pissed. I'm pissed off. My lightning's gone. Oh shit.
The lightning.
God
Not the
damn it.
lightning.
God
No.
damn it. This
But
stupid.
I think
stinking-
the podcast topic for the day,
Mhm.
because we just like talking about random bullshit, is we're gonna talk
Yeah.
about the art of yearning and like how come people don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
like
true.
these are just like topics that I've thrown out for Moya. Obviously, if she wants,
Hmm.
she has a topic we can talk about. But
Yeah.
I think Moya and I are very good at bouncing ideas off of one another.
Yeah, the
and
yes
stuff like
and.
that. Yeah, yes, and also like we're fairly
And
similar.
also-
We kind of like
Yeah.
have like a very similar personality, so it becomes like very easy for us to like yes and continue on like talking about each
continue.
other, right?
just in a circle.
Yeah. Just-
Whoa.
but like I think I think the reason why like if anyone
Sorry.
doesn't know what yearning is, like read a book. But also
Read a book, you dumb bitch. But also,
yeah, read a fucking book. God damn.
Also,
But also it's like it's kind of like a hard thing to like explain also because it's more of like a feeling and emotion rather than it is like a descriptor. But like
yeah.
I came up with this idea because I was thinking about like Pride and Prejudice because I was watching like I watched it a long time ago. I didn't watch it. I like watching like cinema docs or like people who talk about movies because I think movies are interesting and I'm a film like enjoyer. And they were talking about like Pride and Prejudice, how like this is how women would write a man, you know, like
Oh my
in
god.
a love story,
Yeah.
right? Like where he's like
Yeah.
kind of socially awkward and he like is in love with her, but he doesn't know how to show it and stuff like that. And like these kind of like mistakes that he makes while like she's a very like sure person of herself and he's the one who's unsure of himself. And during the time where like Pride and Prejudice was coming out, like that was a little bit more rare, right? Where like the woman's like very confident in her own personality while the man
Yes.
is of status but requires some
Socially awkward.
social
Like,
yeah
he requires a great deal of reassurance.
yeah so like
Yeah.
and he pines for her and yearns for her but like he doesn't know how to show it but
No, he shows it very poorly.
Well,
Like if
yeah.
you've also read the book, like it's even worse.
yeah
Like how he tries to show that he cares
Yeah.
about her. Like, buddy, like you're not even close. God bless.
but though like it he shows it very awkwardly but then he does show it because you understand that he's like trying, you know.
Oh, for sure.
You're like
Yeah.
it's cute how you're trying, you know, and not in like a
Yeah.
pathetic like cute, but it's a genuine like Moy has entered World of Warcraft cute of
Shut up.
like Moy's
How did you
ADHD
know?
has caught her, but like
I know I have to do something else and yap at the same time, and like there's just wait a minute. You have to be in here if you saw me.
no,
You
I just had
bitch.
BattleNet up.
Oh, dang
I can entertain myself with my own
Oh.
you know thoughts and like mental
I have
images
to
of
do
things.
I have to do multitask.
Yeah,
My-
Moy needs
my
Subway
multitask.
Surfers in the background. Should I open Subway
Exactly.
Surfers as
I
well,
need-
chat?
I need to World Quest in the background. So I'm good for the end of the week. Just
Uh,
brainless. Brain
One
rot.
hundred percent Dakarakashi. Women do love tsundere men. I
Mm.
think okay, let's talk about true masculinity for a second. As we're talking about
Yeah.
the guy from Pride and Prejudice, I forgot his name,
Mhm.
but I think
Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Darcy, yes.
Mhm.
I think masculinity described by women and men are very different things.
For sure.
With men, it
Completely
is yeah. Okay, I'll let Moy talk first about like that because I've been talking this whole
Oh,
time.
you sure? I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. I think it'd be interesting to hear your perspective of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So like, I think chat knows I'm bi. So like, masculinity from like my perspective is not only like different for just being a woman, but also being in like a queer space because masculinity is not something for me at least that's explicitly tied to men. There are also women who are more on that like masculine portrayal of like self as far as like gender roles and like social norms and that sort of thing. And it's very interesting to like compare the two. But like for men in particular, masculinity is not like being large in stature, like being aggressive. It's not like, I don't know, like quote unquote being the man of the house. Like,
Being the tough guy.
yeah, tough guy and masculinity not synonymous
Yeah.
for me. Like they're not even in the same camp. Like tough guy is a red flag
That's
for
like a
me. But I
very immature
that's a
like understanding of masculinity. That's a very like
yeah,
Andrew Tate
for
like
sure.
understanding of
Yes.
masculinity in my
And you're
opinion.
like, oh, yeah, it I think it well, like I think it like ties to people who women in particular who identify that as a type of masculinity. It comes from like a place of insecurity and wanting to feel secure, and somebody who presents that really strong personality,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes like a an incorrect belief of safety in like that person's sphere. But as you like grow up and
Mm-hmm.
learn more about people, you're like, actually, this is a calling card of the exact opposite. Like
Mm.
there's standing your ground and like, you know, standing up for what is right or for the people around you. And then there's just like being really quick to anger, which is not what
Yeah.
masculinity is. To me, like masculinity is like, ooh, it's hard to like put a name on it. Like it's a way that somebody carries themselves. And it meant for me, like men can do it. More like butch women can do it. It's like a way of carrying yourself where it's like tied in heavily with confidence. Like
Mm-hmm.
masculinity to me always, if someone is really confident, I feel like that's a very masculine trait. You know, there are absolutely confident women, but I think it shows differently
Mm-hmm.
how like female confidence actually works. Whereas men, it's you know, it's confidence, it's like a lot of benevolence, like patience and understanding to me is a masculine like is the trait of masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
And when it showcases, it's so attractive.
Mm-hmm.
It's so attractive. I think this why like women in particular, like when we see like a guy who's good with kids, like is patient,
Mm.
is chill, is
Yeah.
like thoughtful, that sort of thing. Like it's so like masculine in all the ways that you want them
Yeah.
to be masculine. It's like, and then just women go feral.
Yeah. 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 Which I
You know,
understand why
that
like
sort of
women
thing.
do
Mhm.
like the like I suppose himbo was the term that you called it, where they're like sweet and
Yeah.
gentle, but then they're kind of dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, gentle. Yeah. And
Like
you're
kind of
like,
like
you know what?
golden
I can work with
retriever.
dumb.
Yeah. Like dumb is fine, you know.
Yeah, no, like
Uh,
dumb is easy to work with.
According to that guy
Aggressive.
Akatsuki, true masculinity is a
Yeah.
300-pound big buff muscle man who calls her just kitten in public and extremely gentle.
While that can be true, it's not the end all be all of masculinity. I
Yeah.
don't know. I like a big guy who
Mm.
like calls their girlfriend by a pet name and is just like a big soft little squishy baby.
I think my definition
You
of
know?
like masculinity is like someone who is willing to like learn but also be patient with other people, right? Like
Hmm.
someone who's impatient can never be masculine in my eyes because that's what children do, you know?
Yeah,
Someone who's
for
impatient
sure.
is a child,
Hmm.
and someone who
Yep.
lashes out is also a child.
Hmm.
And someone who doesn't have beliefs that they're willing to stand for and like back up is
Oh,
also
for
a
sure.
child. Like that's not masculine.
Yeah.
If you don't have anything to
Hmm.
believe in, and if you need someone to tell you something like what
To
to
believe
do all
in,
the
that's
time,
weak as hell.
also
Yeah.
that you are also a child, and you don't have to be
Hmm.
like the most physically imposing person, but you have to
Hmm.
have a
Yeah,
sense of
not at
self,
all.
a sense of like
Hmm.
who you are. You can't be masculine without like almost like pursuing who you are. You don't have to know exactly who you are, but you have to know like I this
Hmm.
is the direction I'm going and I'm heading this way now.
Yeah.
Without like
Well, that direction can
looking,
change
yeah,
too. You know,
yeah,
it doesn't have to, it doesn't need to be a fixed point because, you know, life changes and that sort of thing. But
yeah.
like a confidence of, like a confidence of self, of like
I mean,
what,
that's
you
what
know,
comes with
what is
like the
important to you, what you
willingness to
like.
change as well, right? And willingness
Yeah.
to accept your own faults and shortcomings. because
Mhm.
a lot of like good stories, right, chat? What's the best story of masculinity in your mind, chat, that you've like followed recently, right?
Ooh.
For me, I really enjoyed God of War. That one was really good. Kratos shows
Mm.
how to be like
Mhm.
how to grow. Like he's masculine
Mhm.
in like all
Mhm.
the like obvious ways. He's strong. He's powerful,
Yes.
you know. He has
Mhm.
like a booming voice and a commanding presence. Is that
Yep.
masculinity? That's parts of masculinity, I suppose.
Mhm.
But it's not complete without patience, which he learns
Yeah.
throughout this like story of God of War. You know, the willingness to be gentle with his son as well, right? Like
Mhm.
being gentle is very important in masculinity. And I think that's why like
Yes.
when women write masculine men,
Mhm.
they write them to be really
I
gentle.
want them to be
They
Willy
write them to be like
Wendell. Whoa.
really like gentle, but also like
Yeah.
firm, right?
Yes.
And men write masculinity as courage, strength, and like bravery. Leon
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so like we're talking about like when talking about being like masculine, men and women have different definitions of them. But then there is overlap.
Mhm.
And I think where the key is like the overlap of obviously, right? And it's someone who's willing to learn, accept that they're wrong, and someone who doesn't give up, right? Being gentle and being able to learn and
Mhm.
persevering. Men would call it grit, like Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2. He has grit and
Yep.
he wants to do the right thing and he's willing to like die to do the right thing and honor his word to his, father
Mhm.
figure and his friends. That's masculinity in men's eyes, right? That's very cowboy masculinity, obviously, because he is a
Yes.
cowboy,
Yeah.
right? But like
Yeah.
that's what most men think of as masculinity.
Mhm.
They think of
Yeah.
masculinity as like the honorable soldier or like the
Yeah.
like
When I
honorable
think
cowboy.
when I think courageousness and bravery is heavily tied into men's definition of masculinity,
Hmm.
where it's not as much with women. Like there's, is it good to be courageous? Is it good to be brave? Yes.
Hmm.
But I think women in particular, we tend to lean towards this, like, again, this desire for like safety
Hmm.
and stability,
Security.
wherein, yeah, security,
Hmm.
wherein that bravery, quote unquote, is sometimes not as highly favored because it also toes the line. Like bravery inevitably at some point is going to toe the line of recklessness.
Hmm. Yeah.
Depending on the person who's like
Yeah.
quote unquote exhibiting the bravery. I think there's a line between bravery and recklessness, and it's different for every person.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think that like courageousness, bravery, the grand,
Hmm.
like, there was some, like, I don't know if it was a podcast or a TV show had talked about it, like how like men like kind of fantasize about the great and glorious death.
Self-sacrifice. Yeah.
Yeah, the great and
Yeah.
glorious death. Like they don't none of them think
It
about
was
like,
very popular during like the cyber
yeah.
like punk edge runners with Ryan Gosling of like him
Mm,
bleeding out on the steps, and then
uh-huh.
everyone romanticizes like the great glorious sacrifice, and
Yeah.
it's a very male fantasy. Like I think
Mhm.
every man has had that fantasy of like,
Yeah.
if a like you're walking with your friends and like if a missile came shooting out this alley, I would sacrifice myself for my friends, and it's just like crazy like unrealistic shit. But it's just like yeah, I love my friends so much I would die for them. But
Yeah.
okay, as someone who like has been in a lot of relationships where it's like yeah, it's very easy to like die for someone, but like have you ever been in a relationship where you're like you
Mhm.
love this person so much that you start keeping yourself safe for this other person?
Yeah.
Because that's a different feeling.
Mhm.
That hits you very
Yeah.
differently, chat.
Uh-huh.
So like that's a disgusting feeling, and I hope I never feel it
Yeah.
ever again. But it's like I love you so much. I need to
Disgusting.
take better care of myself. Actually, like I want
Dang.
to live a
So
long and
true.
healthy life with you, and like that's
So
that's that's
true.
real. Like
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
when things get scary.
Yeah.
But you mentioned like, people romanticizing that bleeding out on the steps.
Mhm.
Uh, One of my favorite television shows, to quote them, are like, "There's a reason we didn't see what happened to like Butch and Sundance at the end of that movie." They're like, it's easy to like romanticize it until you have to like actually like bear witness to like what it actually means to like put your life like on the line for
Mhm.
that whole thing.
I haven't seen that movie.
But oh, Butch and
Butch
Butch and
Cassidy and the
Sundance.
Sandsmaid. Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't seen that movie.
it's been
I need to
it's
watch
been at
that.
least a
We should watch
decade for
that.
me.
I do love me an old timey film, but I think the great sacrifice is like very like romanticized by men because that's how like fantasies are
Hmm.
written, right? You don't
Right.
you don't only remember the hero, but you remember the person who sacrificed himself entirely for the world. Like someone who's willing to sacrifice themselves entirely for someone who like they love is a very very male fantasy. I don't know what the female equivalent would be. Um,
Ooh.
is it like the maternal love for like their children? Would that be like the equivalent of that?
Yeah, probably. Um, yeah. I'm trying to think of like what, big
Hmm.
sacrifice that like women would do. And it's not like one big sacrifice that I think
Yeah.
women think about. It's, the entire life that
Yeah.
you think about like for your children. I don't think about like one specific moment though. Like I think nowadays,
Hmm.
uh, women in particular are being a lot more thoughtful of like
Hmm.
childbirth and like
Mm.
all of the stuff that that entails.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like we understand now that that's like our big
Yeah.
sacrifice.
The sacrifice of having to become a mother. Is that your
Yeah,
big
well, and
sac?
it's
Like that?
it's not just
Hmm.
motherhood. It's giving up your body for 9 months. The fact that your body is irrevocably changed
Yeah.
in that singular act, but
Yeah.
then your life, like parenthood in general is like a discussion of like your life is no longer your own.
Hmm. You no longer live for
I'm
yourself. You are number two now.
no,
Number
you
one is now
don't.
your child. Unless you are a
Yeah,
parent where you are still number two and your child, or you're still number one, your child is number two, in which case you probably shouldn't have had a kid.
yeah, yeah,
Like obviously you
exactly.
are still your own person and you need to live your own life, but you brought a life into this world where they didn't choose to be here. There's a really old
Yeah.
film with a very old scene. It was like these two African American characters, where one character was saying to the other, which was his father, like, "You think I owe you everything? No, you brought me
Mm.
into this world. You owe me everything.
Yeah,
I owe you
yeah,
nothing." And I'm just like,
yeah.
wow, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched that like
Accurate.
a long, long time ago. I think when I was around probably like 13, 14, and that changed my brain
Mm-hmm.
chemistry. That along with this spoken word scene called Knock Knock. Um,
Oh.
and that's why like maybe that's why I think about like masculinity a lot. I grew up kind of like I had a dad, but not really. Like he was in my house, but he wasn't around. Um, and so like I had to raise myself
Mhm.
a lot. So like I'm very
Yeah.
different from my siblings. My siblings are very different from me. We all grew up in the same house, in the same environment,
Mm-hmm.
but all became very different people. I think I was lucky
Mm-hmm.
to always be very introspective, very
Uh-huh.
reflective of who I am and how I acted and how like my actions affected other people, which
Mm-hmm.
makes sense and also is kind of strange because I am
Yeah.
quite eccentric. Um,
Yeah.
but like having to raise yourself and like discovering like masculinity, and that's why like I think I have an issue with like
Mhm.
newer media as well because there isn't a character in recent memory in popular media that I can call like a masculine figure that you would want to like emulate.
Ooh.
you know? And like I
Yeah.
never
Haven't really
mind the
thought
like girl
that. Like,
bosses, right? But men, like you
uh-huh.
need something for men to emulate, especially when they do not have a
Yeah.
male role model in their lives. As
Yeah, and
someone who
something
did not
good,
have
not
one.
somebody written by other men. Like
Yeah,
arguably you need men like written by women purely for the perspective of like this would be a much
right.
healthier version of masculinity
I
simply because it's not like from that frame of
yeah.
masculinity is big buff man, angry,
Yeah.
angry do all the angry things, not to boil
Preferably
it
like
down to
a good
being very
balance
simple.
of both is
Uh-huh.
obviously ideal, right? Like you need someone
Mhm.
who can give you like the bravado of like, hey, you're a guy, wake up, stop crying, pick yourself up, which is like
Mm.
people say it's toxic masculinity, but am I getting a 2-for-1 right? We're podcasting. Sorry.
For
People,
one.
we do need like people say that's toxic masculinity, but like
Mhm.
that is sometimes how you just get the job done. I will be completely honest. Like, I'm sure women have like
Mhm.
that mood of also like time to be a big girl, put on your big girl pants and stuff like
Yeah,
that, right?
there's a certain level of
Like,
emotional resiliency that you
yeah,
need to accomplish at some point.
yeah.
Because
You
like
need that like strength
sometimes,
of just
yeah,
like I cannot be a baby right now. I need to just get up and fucking get things done.
yeah,
And that's good, but obviously not taken too far. But then you also need like the more emotional side because I think men are bad at writing like emotional men or like vocalizing emotional men. I think of like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, right?
mm,
Like
yeah,
he is masculine. He cares about his people. He loves his brethren, but you don't
hmm,
hear him like his internal dialogue. You see it in his actions, which is hard for men
hmm,
because like we don't like it's not promoted between men to talk about like your emotions and how you feel,
hmm,
right? And that is the
hmm.
issue with like men where
Yeah,
like
that's
everyone
crazy.
wants to like vibe themselves up and stuff like that. And I think
Hmm,
that's why like men are so bad at like communication, like growing up and stuff like that cuz
hmm.
you grow up with a bunch of dudes, you don't talk about anything, bro. You do not talk about your
Yep.
emotions, you do not talk about like how like today sucked and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
that's it. You talk about sports and the huzz, all right?
Sports and the hose.
I love you, Taylor. I love you too,
Yeah.
Face. This is the realest shit
Oh,
I've ever heard. Yeah.
Pookie.
And so like,
Yeah, this is our new
yeah,
podcast,
this is our new
gang.
podcast. We want to like, or I would like for us to have like guests and stuff like that to talk about stuff too.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I
Yeah.
love having, because Moy and I obviously we can yes and each
We
other
do
very
chat.
easily. Yeah. And
Mhm.
so we are like, well, why don't we just podcast, like make an actual podcast and post this shit.
Let's go.
And then like I like to pick the brains of other people as well. But back to like
Yeah.
masculinity, where like women
Mhm.
will write men with internal monologue, internal dialogue of like how they
Yes,
act or
like
like
mhm.
how they see men. I think that's very important as well. Like if you're a guy and you don't
Yeah.
understand how women see men, like
Mhm.
semen, uh, um,
Both.
that is going to be like a large like pain point, growing point as a man. Like if you don't see like how they understand men or like how they perceive men, like you're going to have like a harder
Mhm.
time talking to women. Um, not to
Preach.
like make yourself like self-conscious about it, but it's just like some things that we think matter a lot don't matter at all to women.
Right. Yep.
Like it genuinely just does not matter all that much to
Genuinely.
women. Women,
Yep. From the bottom of our hearts, we could
yeah,
give two shits how tall you are. It's how
yeah,
you carry yourself.
yeah,
From the bottom of our hearts, we could not care any less if you are bald. Could not care less. Our
yeah,
our own hair is far more interesting and
yeah.
like important to us
Shout out to my
than what is
girlies
going
that
on
use
in your
Head and
hair.
Shoulders though. They're out there
No, no, girly.
struggling.
Don't do that.
All right, I love all
Don't do
my
that.
girls that use Head and Shoulders. My heart goes out to
Stop.
you. You need to
Three in
stop
one.
though. All
You
right.
need to stop that. But also like if you're like just like a little side note for the men, like if you are actively losing your hair, give up the ghost. Like there's a whole subreddit to
R
it
slash
of like guys
balding. Moy and I are on
finally
the same
yes.
same
We're on the same
Reddit.
Reddit, we're on the same TikTok, we're on the same fucking YouTube shorts,
um,
all of it. But yeah, just let it go. Let it
yeah.
go. it will look so much better not clinging to all 16 hairs that are
Yeah.
on top of your
Don't
head.
wait
It's
for your
okay.
barber to tell you
Happens to
that you need to
everybody.
shave your head. All right, he's gonna keep you
Yeah.
on that string until you're like Homer Simpson.
For sure. And it's never a good look.
It's kind of a
It's
good look.
never
The
a good
comb over
look.
is kind of sexy. I won't lie.
No,
I think it's kind of
it's
funny.
not.
You're
There's
looking
nothing
very
hot about
Three
that.
Stooges. You know?
Looking very Three Stooges. I've been here for 20 seconds and bald people got brought up. Hey, we love our bald people.
we sensed you in the crowd.
We're saying embrace the bald.
So we're like, it's
Embrace
sounding
the
a little
bald.
squeaky in
Yeah.
here.
Seems a little shiny. I'm gonna put on my sunglasses.
I think that's like the biggest thing with like masculinity of like we need more masculine like men written into media, because like even Moy was like that, like you were surprised, right? It was kind of like something you didn't think about, how like recently there haven't been very many like masculine men written in popular
I don't
media.
even like
You haven't thought about it.
think of that. Yeah. I'm like there's men that I found attractive, there's male characters that I found interesting.
Mhm.
But like from the consideration of like, in my mind I would be like, do I want, if I had a son, would I want him looking at this character as like an example?
You do
of
not
what
want your kid to be
men should
Deadpool, chat.
No, you do not.
You do not want your kid to be Deadpool. You do not want him to quip all the time and be like sardonic. All right.
Yeah, because boy, that gets you no friends. Like you'll get a few laughs here and there, but like actual decent relationships, no.
Which is funny.
Deadpool is not that man.
Because I quip all the time and I'm sardonic, but I'm more than that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not just that. Like
Yeah.
it's not,
Yeah.
Guess what flavor it is? Fucking vanilla.
Yeah, it's just like
okay.
we have clavicular now. Clavicular. I saw something. Okay, this is really fucked up, but I'm just gonna say it. I saw a meme. It was a banger. Clavicular is like the first male to male like transition, and I was just like, that is the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life.
That's really funny. Actually.
It's like that's the first male to male transition we've ever had in this world.
Yeah. Well, like I find that so concerning that they like there are young men looking at him and being like, "Oh yeah, this is like the end all be all." I'm like, one, he is not attractive. Two, I shouldn't be attracted to him because he's like a baby. But also, he's just not like conventionally attractive. He looks weird. He looks like he's had a lot of work done.
Because he has,
You're like,
right?
nobody ever likes the person who's clearly had a lot of work done.
Yeah.
Like, God bless. It doesn't matter what gender you are. If you have clearly had a lot of work done, nobody's interested in that. Like, everybody's looking at that going, oh, their face is really tight.
I don't know if I'm too old to understand Cla, but I really, really don't get the hype. He's just like a frat boy who's insecure. I think like that's the whole thing, and his audience are just a bunch of like insecure little boys. It feels like, and then Andrew Tate is just like insecure men in general, and I just like
angry men.
I think it's very obvious that like I don't understand the audience with like just how I speak. Like the rewind 20 minutes and like it's very obvious I don't subscribe to the same thought process. I genuinely do not understand that kind of thought process, but also like what's the term I'm looking for? I am not insecure in that way, in like, and I cannot understand what are the prerequisites to be into that, because unfortunately like there are like, let's be honest, there's just going to be the majority of their audience are like insecure like incel boys, right? Like and then what's also weird is like maybe there's also like guys that aren't ugly in there, but then they just had bad like luck with women, and now they're just like like these women, these fembots, the femoids.
They don't like me.
Yeah, like how come they don't like me? This stupid fembot and stuff like that. And I was just like, bro, like it's okay, bro. Like how many people have you like hit on to even try this?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you hit on like two girls, they don't like
Exactly.
you, and then you just think that's the end of like the human race. You know, I just don't understand. I hate that, but there's 100% so many people looking up to him, and he's getting ahead on stream, sleeping, making out with a couple women in a relationship. I think that they self filter themselves, right? Like, unfortunately, like those women are going to always be into that kind of personality as well. So they kind of just self filter themselves out because there's always going to be superficial and like vain people that are into that, right?
Hmm.
And like obviously I don't understand as someone who's like demisexual. I'm just like I don't want to touch anyone who
Hmm.
like I'm not like emotionally invested in. Um,
Yeah.
but like I just don't. I just won't understand that kind of like thought process of like what has to happen so poorly for you to just like hate women, you know? Like you
Yeah.
like try,
Well, and I think,
you know,
yeah,
you have
for
to
certain
try.
people, it is like the fear of rejection is so abundantly like terrifying that
Hmm.
they kind of set themselves up for their own misery. Um,
Hmm.
but that's just kind of me. But yeah, the
You should go
discontent
in
around
expecting
women.
to be rejected, dog. I think you have bad expectations. Yeah. Okay, I've
Yeah.
said this many times on my stream. I don't know if you've heard this, Moy, but like when I was 13, my uncles used to take me to like the mall, and this was when like malls were popping, right? Like people would hang out there after school,
Uh-huh.
and my uncles would be
Yep.
like, "All right, go hit on people," and they're like, "All right, go hit on like 4 or 5 women." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
And I'm like 13 at the time.
Damn.
Just going up to like Jamba Juice, like, "Hey, I thought you were really cute. Could I get your number?" You know, as like this like little fucking 13-year-old, and you know, God bless those women where they're just like, "No, you know, like blah," or like some of them were like, "Yeah, sure." I was like, "Okay, shit." It does work. Sometimes like you go up to them and talk to them, it does work. And then that like kind of killed my like social anxiety of it. But like a lot of it is going to be failures, right? Like even nowadays, if I go out and I find someone pretty, like I'll ask for their number or whatever, and even if they're like, "Oh, I have a boyfriend," it's like, "Oh,
Hmm.
yeah, that makes sense. You're very like attractive or like very beautiful or whatever. It
Yeah.
makes sense that you'd have a boyfriend. All right, have a good rest of your night. The end. Done.
Yeah.
You know." And sometimes they're
Yeah.
like, maybe they're lying to you. You know, maybe they don't have a boyfriend, but they're just not
Yeah.
interested. That's fine.
Yeah.
And
But
maybe
guess
sometimes
what?
they're
She
like, "Oh
gets to
yeah,
lie
well,
to you.
yeah, she
Like,
gets to lie to you.
she
That's
gets
part of
to
the
lie to
game."
you.
And sometimes
Yep.
they're into
And
you,
yep.
and you know,
Yep.
and
And
that
that's
also
nice, but
is another
yeah.
tally on the board of like, yeah, I talked to like this person I tried, yeah, and you
Yeah.
know what, you talk to that one girl, and sometimes it's like, you know, or you see that girl at the like event or whatever it might be, the bar or whatever,
Hmm.
and you wow, she's so pretty, you know, walk over there, like talk to her, get her number. Maybe you don't get her number, but at least you tried. Because for me, I don't know about you guys, but the worst feeling for me is like, what if she said yes? You know,
Yeah.
it's not like she said no. That's not the worst feeling, because at least you have closure. You have like that, like, oh, she said
Yeah.
no, but like, what if she said
Yeah.
yes? And then like that could have been my
Yeah.
wife. You know, yeah, like you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually how I
In
found
my
my like
life. That's cute.
my last girlfriend, where like I was like, oh, she's cute,
Uh-huh.
and then I
Yeah.
left the area and I was like, actually, I should get her number. I'm gonna regret not getting her
Yeah.
number, and I talked to her, and then bam, I got her number. And
Dang.
honestly,
Success.
you just have to put yourself out there. But like masculinity and like the clavicular like Andrew Tate way, like I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Like you don't
No.
want a partner. You just want like validation, and
Exactly.
that's like the most hoe thing you can do.
Hmm.
You a hoe,
Like
all
that's
right?
yeah. Yeah, when it's like I don't know how anybody could respect you if you're that desperate for validation that you're gonna
Yeah,
listen to somebody who says that like all women are trash and
yeah,
like all these terrible things that he says about women and just like people in general is kind of
yeah.
insane. You're like, this is what makes you feel good about yourself? No wonder like nobody's interested. Sorry. Like
Yeah. Stop
If
being so
that's how you
vain.
feel, yeah, just like being a shitty person. You're like, in what realm would any woman be interested in a man who like listens to people who talk about women that way?
I
Like,
mean,
in what logic could
I
possibly be working in your favor
also,
to believe that like that would net you any positive
yeah.
anything?
Women, I love you, women, but you guys gotta respect yourself more. Also, all right,
Mm.
men, you guys need to respect yourself more as well. You know, like it goes both ways. I'm not trying to be like just like dogging on one like I almost said
Mm.
race, one gender over like another. Like you guys just have to like respect yourself more. You know, like, and
Mm.
you also have to see yourself as who you are rather than like who you imagine yourself to be. I think that's like a really big wake up call also because sometimes I
Mhm.
am not to be self conscious, not in a self conscious way, but I imagine because I think I talked to you about this more. Like sometimes I
Mhm.
wonder how people see me.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We
Yeah,
talked about that.
it's like I wonder how
Mhm.
people see me, and
Yeah.
I'm very aloof and like easygoing,
Mhm. Yeah.
and I wonder if that is the version of myself that people see, or if they see something else. Like maybe I'm an asshole or arrogant in their eyes. Um, and you have to prevent that perception if you're not that person, and it's your job to change that. It's not like, oh, these people are like getting me twisted and shit like that. Like no, like it's your fucking job to like not come off
Mhm.
as that, because if you're coming off as that, then that's the issue
Yeah.
on its own, right?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
what is it about you that is giving that impression? Because it's not, oh, poor me, like they're not giving me any chance. You're like, this is the perception that you are putting out there into the world. Now you need to like look at how you're existing
Mhm.
and figure out why that is the perception.
Moist
Not
keyboard
saying
is
that the
sounding
perception is
kind of
accurate.
crisp. That's what Gummy said. Moist like doing world quest or some shit, fighting something. You can
No,
tell.
you go
You can tell when
away.
her
No,
eyes are like wide
go
open and she's locked in.
away.
She's like hard
You
locked
shut
in, not
up.
moving at all. She's like
You shut up.
click, click, click,
No,
click, click, click,
I'm
click. Like,
not.
yep, yep. I agree with what Thalen's saying.
The ADD, the
Yeah, the
ADD. She
manosphere is
got
such a meme.
me.
That's
It
why I
really
mean like
is.
we need better like target. We need better idols for masculinity because unfortunately the
Mhm.
current media is not helping at all with like how they're painting men of like, oh, look at this man in this story. He's so pathetic and vain and
Mhm.
stupid. And it's like, oh, who are you trying
Damn.
to
Yeah.
impress? You know,
By
you
dogging
are
on this
pushing
person. Yeah.
away the people who are looking for a strong male
Mhm.
influence by doing
Mhm.
this. You are turning them off
Yep.
from the idea of respecting women, honestly, and
Mhm.
going, oh, women hate men, so we should hate them as well because they're stupid.
Yeah.
And that is not a
Yeah.
good look, dude. That is not good for
Yeah.
anyone. That's not good for our society as
Nope.
a whole. You need to write
Nope.
strong men that people can aspire to be. And I think that's the
Yeah.
key. Men currently do not have a model or a character to aspire
No.
to be.
No, not a positive one.
Yeah.
And like instead of like recognizing that the role models aren't positive, they're just flocking to ones that tell them what they want to hear.
Yeah.
Like that it's not your fault. It's,
It's
women's fault or
women.
minorities'
Yeah.
fault. It's,
It's all these
it's whoever that
hussies
you
and
don't like.
sluts.
Yeah.
It's all their faults.
Fucking
It's like,
OnlyFans
yeah.
whores.
It's
Like,
like,
okay, fam.
bro, it's
Like
okay,
you're the
man.
ones paying for OnlyFans. So
Yeah. It's like,
the problem's in the room with us.
hey, bro, it's okay, man. You can work on yourself and become a better person and then find someone. There's definitely
Yeah.
someone out there for you. And all these,
Mhm.
dating apps only want the hottest guys, so you have to be hot as
Oh, I
hell
know.
too. And I'm like, well, that's kind of
Yeah.
true, honestly. Like,
Like,
if
yeah.
you're conventionally attractive, you're gonna get more hits and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
like, you're also going to have an opportunity to like talk to people and hang out
Mhm.
with people and stuff like that and
Yeah.
meet people in real life.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be all dating apps. Which
Yeah.
next topic,
That's yes.
which I want to talk about, like hitting on people in real life, because that one is,
Ah.
I think that one's like spookier for
Mhm.
normal people, or like, yeah, I would
Uh-huh.
say normal people. I don't think I'm normal.
Mhm.
Because for me, it's very easy for me to like talk to people in real life or just strangers in general. But I've been seeing a lot of I've been out of the dating sphere for a while, chat. I've been seeing a lot of
Mhm.
people who like have been posting people hitting on them on social media and
Mm.
going like, "Oh,
Yeah,
look at
that's
this
weird.
clown, dude! Look at this guy!"
Yeah,
And then
it's hella weird.
every guy
Trash is
or
really weird.
every normal person's like, "Bro, what are you doing to like this generation, dude?
Mhm.
You want like a TikTok video so bad? The guy wasn't even disrespectful. He came
Yeah.
up to you, talked to you, you rejected him, and he was like, okay. And then he was walking
Mhm.
away, but you like made a big scene out of it. You're a disgusting human being. You're so
Yeah.
desperate to be seen, and not like, and you should be more worried about being understood.
Yep. Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
No.
I just like it's so gross
Yeah.
when people do that. Like when they have the like the react videos, or like this person was hitting on me. And you're like, okay, well, and
Yeah.
like if they were like making you feel uncomfortable, if it was aggressive, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Because again, it goes back to being like a public safety thing of like,
Hmm.
if you live in the area, here's this guy and got really fucking weird when I told him like I wasn't interested or like I had a boyfriend or whatever it may be.
Hmm.
That I can understand, but like just like flaming somebody online and like
Well, it's
posting
not
them all
flaming. It's
over the place.
clowning. It's clowning on
Clowning.
someone,
Oh,
right?
sorry. Well,
Yeah.
whatever it is, it's gross.
Like,
Whatever it
oh,
is,
look at
I don't
this
like it.
fucking guy trying to talk to a
Yeah.
girl in real life. Oh, look at him. It's like
Is that not how that
whatever.
works?
Like that, like
Is that not the whole point?
yeah. Which is funny
Like
because
when
we're
you're
talking about
meant to be
yearning and like courting someone
yeah.
is really
Oh, it's so good.
difficult. Also now, right?
Mhm.
Like trying to court someone, trying to be like, hey, like I'm
Mhm.
interested in you. Like let's make times out of our busy schedule to talk to each other. That as especially as an
Yeah.
adult now, I'm just like that is so fucking hard. Holy
Yeah.
fuck. I'm so busy.
Yeah.
Like I work and then I have maybe 3 hours before bed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's
When
like,
I think this like the speed of work or like the amount of work that
mm-hmm,
people are doing now and like the busyness that
mm-hmm,
just inundates our lives has completely changed the dating scene
mm.
because people are like I feel like people speed run now
Speed
where they're
run
like,
like
okay,
dating or
like
like
yeah, like
courting.
yeah, like the courting phase, like, because dating is like where you decide, at least my definition of dating is, you decide to be exclusive. That's when
Mm-hmm.
you're dating.
Right.
And the courting phase is before that.
Like all the flirting, all the like beginning
Yeah.
steps, and then
The
until
very
you become
first few
dating. Yeah.
dates. Yeah. Until you become,
A, yeah.
a
A pair.
defined we.
Hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a
I
polycule
call
if
that,
you're into that.
yeah, if that's your jam.
You know?
Um, yeah, but I consider that like the quote unquote courting phase, which is a
Hmm.
very old
Yeah,
fashioned
right.
notion, but I like
Yeah.
it.
But we're like old souls.
Um, yeah, well, it's like, there's a distinct difference, in my opinion, between somebody you're dating and somebody you're seeing.
Yeah.
I've been seeing people, but like not dating,
Right, right,
because
right.
that's a defined thing. It's
Yeah.
it's done with a
It's like
purpose,
a title.
which I
Like
think we've
we
talked
are.
about
Yeah.
before. Yeah, it's like dating with intention.
Right, right, right.
Whereas when you're just seeing somebody, you're like seeing how it goes.
Yeah.
Two very different things.
Hmm.
But it's changed so much to where like I feel like people are like, "Oh, we can tolerate each other. Okay, we're boyfriend and girlfriend now." You're like, "Okay, but we've been
Yeah.
on like 1.5 dates, and one of them was just
I
for
feel like
coffee.
that's a very
Like,
immature
why is
like
this very
dating thing.
utilitarian business going on?"
As someone
Like,
who's like is demisexual, we talked about this a little bit. Where like as someone who's demisexual, I'm just like, what is the goal? Like, oh, to get
yeah,
married and like have kids. All right, pass the first round of like interviews. All right, what's like the next goal? What are we trying to like accomplish here and stuff
yeah,
like that? Because I don't date casually. I hate dating casually and stuff like that.
yeah.
It just makes no sense to me. Like if I'm gonna talk to someone casually, like I said though previously, I am not short for like the
Hmm.
companionship of like the female persona. You know,
Yeah,
like I have female
yeah.
friends I can hang out with. I love them. But like they are just my friends. If I'm looking for someone who like just wants to be my friend, like I have friends for that. Um,
Hmm.
like if I'm going to date someone, it has to be someone who like has the same goals as me and like obviously gets along with me well. As someone who's demisexual,
Hmm.
they have to like become my best friend,
Yeah,
and understand me and make a
hmm.
concerted effort to do that, and vice versa.
Yeah,
Obviously, it's a two-way street. And so like if someone is not on like the same trajectory of life as me, like wanting the same things,
Mhm.
it's best if I just like, okay, it was nice meeting you, and then continue on with my life,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Which like,
That's
mhm,
that's certainly allowed.
yeah, I was talking to another friend of mine about like how you and I are different with it. You
Hmm.
like want to be friends with someone and then like move on to like dating
Yeah.
them. I
Yeah.
enter like a relationship with someone usually where it's like I am interested in dating and will you be the one? And
Hmm.
then like we go from there. And if they're not, like, that's fine. But like
Hmm.
that's it. Because I am afraid of like just being like, oh, this is just my friend now. And then like I can't like develop those like romantic like
Mm.
feelings for
Yeah.
them, because I'm just like, yeah, this is my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just friend.
Yeah. And like I talked to
Yeah. That's
Matt
interesting.
and Matt's like,
Hmm.
I don't know. Like it almost sounds like if you because I was talking to her about trying to like find a partner. And
Hmm.
she's saying that maybe you just need like a best friend, like a best friend, and you just like
Yeah.
co-parent because she has someone in her life where like they're like
True.
best
Oh
friends with
my
someone and
goodness.
they just like co-parent. Like, okay, it's your days to
I
have like
love
this
that.
kid, and like okay,
I love that though.
they live two
Like
separate lives and stuff like that, and like the
dead
kid just gets
ass.
bounced around. Like, yeah, okay, it's your turn. I'm going out with my
Yeah.
friends. It's like
What
that's so
was it? It
interesting.
was there's a word for it. It's oh
Like
shoot, I'm
cohabitating.
blanking on what it is. No, cohabitating is like living together.
Yeah, but like, mhm.
It's specifically for platonic platonic life partner or like a
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
yeah, that sort of thing, like platonic life partner, which I love the notion of that so
Yeah.
much.
I think it's super sweet
Um
and super cute.
I think it's great because particularly if it's women,
Mhm.
I think it's so positive because women are so family oriented to begin with, like
Mhm.
just by virtue of how most of us are raised, like
Mhm.
it's just becomes second nature to
Mhm.
most of us. But like that sense of like communal like life building is
Yeah.
so interesting to me, and I
Yeah.
really, really like it
Yeah, it
because then it's
sounds
like, yeah.
like I never thought about it until like she brought it up. I'm like, that
Mhm.
is such an interesting thought because I would have never
Mhm.
came up with like, yeah, maybe you just need like a friend to like have like a really good friend to have a kid with, and that's it. I'm like, that's so
True.
weird
Like,
to think about,
it
because
does,
it's
it
like,
seems
like,
yeah, it seems so weird, and then the more
yeah,
I think about it, I'm like, actually, like, that would be, like, so crazy because, like, you don't get bent out of shape about,
yeah,
or worrying about, your relationship from a romantic standpoint.
hmm,
It becomes, are we good friends? Do we continue to care about each other? Do we continue to have the same goals? Which theoretically, like, if you're dating somebody, that should also be the same. Like,
yeah, yeah,
it should
right. Like
also be
if
the
you're in a
same idea,
partnership,
but
like that is the same thing as well. So maybe it's just like not like it's like missing the commitment almost,
mhm.
right?
Yeah. Well, to me, like, arguably, sometimes your platonic friendships are more
Oh, 100%. Like,
committal
yeah,
than romantic
I'm gonna be
relationships.
dead
Like,
ass. If I ever date anyone, like they're gonna have to like be able to be okay with me being friends with like all the women in my life already.
yeah,
Yeah,
because you're like, I'm not getting rid of them.
I'm like, what the? They were here
Excuse me.
first. The fuck out of
Yeah.
here. Yeah, like
They're here first. They should
they're
be
here
your friends
first.
too,
Yeah,
pal.
you should be so happy that I have female friends to talk
Yeah,
to. Yeah,
exactly. And you're like, they're gonna make me better for you.
yeah. I'm not a psychopath because
You're
of them.
welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. You should thank them. Send them a gift. Text them something nice right
Yeah.
now. You should be so fucking grateful that I have female friends because like
Yeah.
I don't know like I guess like this is a question for you of the female persuasion
Mhm. Yeah.
and like you in chat like have you ever dated a guy that like just does not have female friends and how did that go?
I have never dated a guy who hasn't had female friends. To me, that
Really?
always seemed really weird.
Red like
Yeah, big red flag. I'm like, you can't be friends with a woman? Question mark.
yeah it's like
Question
why
mark. I don't like it.
are they always just
No
like
dick
a
suck.
target for you kind of thing?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that yeah, exactly. Like, is every friend that like female friend that you have typically like potential sexual conquest? And if so, that's weird.
Yeah. That's
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 super hella weird.
that's what I mean as well. Like
Hmm.
because like it's very childish for people to go like, okay, I have a girlfriend, she can't have any guy friends, or like I have a
Yeah,
boyfriend, he can't have any
so
girlfriends.
unrealistic.
Like this is like I did
Yeah,
not realize that we were like 13 in middle school and
yeah,
like jealous of
literally.
you know being in the same room with like the opposite
Yeah.
sex.
Well, and regrettably, if your partner is going to cheat, they're going to cheat,
Yeah,
whether you allow other people of the opposite gender
yeah.
in the house or in their life or not. I regret to inform you that that's just the way people are. Like if they can rationalize cheating
Okay,
in their
sorry.
mind, they will do it.
My soju's here. I will be right back, chat.
Yeah,
Moy,
yeah, yeah.
entertain
Go right
chat.
ahead. I shall yap. Anywho, anywho, chat. That's how I feel about all this stuff. Ghost said, I think going to events you are interested in organically meeting people there works out better most of the time. Differs from oh, I got punted off the side of this thing. Dun, 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 dun. Anywho, anyway, yeah, I think I do agree that meeting people like just organically, it really is the best way. Because then you can feel reasonably confident that you're meeting people that you have something in common with, instead of just somebody that you think is attractive. Because obviously being attracted to somebody is important, um but in the grand scheme of things, whether or not you like that person, or whether or not you guys have the same goals or want the same things, or like if you just genuinely like and can tolerate each other through all of life's up and downs, that's important. It's incredibly, incredibly important, because if you want longevity, longevity is going to require you to like show up even when it sucks to show up.
Alright, sorry, I'm back. What are we talking about?
Like longevity in relationships, and how you need to actually like and be able to tolerate somebody for the long term.
I think longevity also, like, tolerating someone also comes with, like, being self-reflective. Like, oh, this person pisses me off so much in this thing. And then, like,
Mhm.
you do something
You
that
need to
pisses them
sit with
off too,
why that
man.
pisses you off. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like,
Like
communicate with them.
yeah. Well, like be an adult and like be curious as to why that bothers you so much.
Yeah.
There are certain things that people can do and it really fucking upsets me, and I have to like take one of those moments where I'm like, I'm an adult. I
Wait, hold on.
I can think about this.
I
I'm
have
an
free
adult.
will. I can chill. I can chill the fuck
Like
out.
yeah, and like I actually I can calm down.
Yeah.
But it's also, like being curious about yourself and like, why does this bother me so much? Like
Right.
they did this and it really, really bothered me. Like why? Like
Yeah.
what does this action communicate to me, and why does it make me so uncomfortable?
Oh, I call that like
Um,
untangling the knot. Yeah.
yep,
There's a reason
yep,
why
and
your wires are
mhm,
so fucking crossed. You need to figure out why.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. And well, I think a lot of people, instead of like stopping and thinking of why their wires are crossed, they
Hmm.
just focus on the fact that the wires are crossed and they're really upset about it. They
Yeah.
get so like, mired in their own feelings about it.
I
They
think.
lose all curiosity for why they feel the way that they feel. And it's safe to think about, why you feel a certain way about anything. It's a
Yeah.
safe thing to do. Like nothing's ever going to harm you for doing that.
Yeah. Except for your own emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause
Which
like.
if you can't like sit and feel through your own emotions,
Mm.
you are not in a place where you can be in a long-term relationship with anybody.
Okay. I asked this of my friend AE earlier. Also,
Hmm.
do you think you have to be a whole person, like completed person, before you're in a relationship, or can you
Not at
find
all.
wholeness in a partner? Or
I don't know if you can find wholeness in a partner, but you absolutely do not have to be a whole and complete person
Mhm.
uh, with your partner before you can have a partner.
I guess not
I think
wholeness, but
there's
like someone to help you along. You know,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah. I think that's completely, completely reasonable. I think that's one of the most romantic things
Mhm.
about being in a relationship is like growing with somebody.
Yeah,
Like that arguably, when it comes to like the thought of being in a relationship, like growing and changing with somebody, far, far more romantic to me
yeah.
than any notion of like, oh, he
Romantic
bought me
gestures.
things or
Yeah,
we went on this big trip together, blah, blah, blah. And you're like,
like overt romantic
no, like,
gestures. I would call
yeah,
those. Of like, oh, like he bought me jewelry. It's like, oh,
yeah.
that's just a fucking rock, man.
I like pretty rocks, but
Yeah, you just
yeah,
fucking. You're a crow. You're like a crow. Oh,
I am.
shiny, shiny. Ooh,
So
I
shiny
must put it
objects.
in my den, my nest.
Yes.
Like personally,
Yes.
personally to me,
My
like I
shiny,
think I
shiny
I
trinket.
I have benefited a lot by like having female friends as like
Mm-hmm.
just like a man, you know, because
Mm-hmm.
you do get a lot of fulfillment. Like you talk about like romantic, like how would you call it,
Mm.
like just like I
Romantic gestures.
yeah, kind of like romantic gestures, or just like how romantic it is to feel like completed by someone. And I feel like you can feel that
Mm.
platonically between like your friends of like, oh my god, yeah, I love this
Oh,
person
for
so much.
sure.
You know, like
Yes.
they've
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
me such a
Yeah.
better person. Like,
Yes. Yeah. For sure.
mm,
Like if your friends aren't changing you in some way,
right.
you need better friends. Like you need friends that challenge you to be something more
Yeah.
or like to expand upon your sense of self, to be curious
Yeah.
about yourself, to be willing to change and grow and do all of those things. If your friends do not inspire that in you, maybe you don't need to get rid of your friends, but maybe you need more friends who are of that persuasion.
Yeah.
They ask the
And
interesting
sometimes
questions
you
or
have to open the door for it. You have to be willing to be like the first
mhm.
person to do that
It's
as well.
really difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how it is for women, but for men, it is extremely
Mhm.
difficult. You'll talk about something and guys will just
Yeah.
go, huh? And that's it. The
Yeah.
end. That's the end of the
Yeah.
conversation. And honestly, I have a lot of girlfriends who like girly pops who like do not have a lot of guy friends because they're like that. A lot of guys are
Mm.
like, huh?
Oh, yeah. You're like,
And I
"Okay.
think I'm
Mm,
the exception to the
and
rule, which like
what do I do
I
with this?"
realized recently. Like we had this conversation of I talk more
Mhm.
like a girl. I'll ramble, I'll rant, I'll talk about different
Yeah.
topics.
Uh-huh.
I'll like switch it up and stuff like that. While guys will just go like, huh? Yeah, it's okay. Now, what'd you think about this
Mhm.
movie? And I was all right.
Yeah, and you're
Oh,
like,
okay,
"Okay,
cool.
anything else? I'll
Yeah.
just go kill myself then.
Yeah, I'll
Thank
stick my
you."
dick in the outlet over there. Don't worry. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like fucking that would be
Accurate.
more interesting than talking to you. Right. And it's just I don't know.
Ouch.
It's fucking
Yeah.
yeah. You can find like a lot of fulfillment in like your friendships and stuff like that. And
Yes. For
that's
sure.
why I have to like approach a relationship with like
Mhm.
my I am approaching you with the thought of dating because otherwise I'll just like, yeah, we're just like really good friends and I love this person, you know?
You're
And
just my
like we're
homie.
just yeah, she's like my homegirl and stuff
Platonic
like that.
love.
Yeah, because I have like enough of those, right? Like, don't get me
Mhm.
wrong, I love women. I love hanging out with women and stuff like that. I love my dudes also. I love my bros, even though they're a little simple sometimes. Um, but like, it is like it's like a wall, you know. Like, I'm friends with this person now, and that's all I'm ever going to see them as,
Mhm.
you know. Um, and so like I think that's weird and funny, and I think it's really funny that like I constantly get like the fuckboy like, yeah, you rub me off like as a fuckboy and stuff like that, and
Mm,
it's
mhm.
very funny to me every time. That's like
Yeah.
why it's like oh it's the voice and the attitude. Oh like
Yeah. Like,
I have a slightly lower
"Hi."
voice, and I
Uh-huh.
am like more like willing to like engage in play, like
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Agreed, agreed. Cinna says there are many girls that won't let their partners have any friends that are girls. I think that is them actually feeling insecure about the relationship. Yeah, we actually just brought that up
Yeah.
a few minutes ago, and we're like, it comes from insecurity, and it's also incredibly immature.
Yeah.
The notion that your partner either A can't be trusted around people of the opposite gender, which if that's the feeling, there are much much bigger problems afoot.
Yeah. Like,
If they, can't be trusted around the
yeah.
opposite gender.
If
That's
you
a whole
can't
different
trust
thing.
someone around the opposite gender, why are you with them? Because they're just so sexy? I doubt it.
Yeah.
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 And I think the like not trusting your like they're gonna cheat, right? You can stare
Yeah.
at them all day, and if they wanted to cheat, they'll cheat.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
like people are so creative. There's no way for you to stop them from cheating. I'm very much of the mind of like I'm with you because I want to be with you. You're with me because you want to be with me. And if that is no longer the case, leave. Get out of here. Leave. It's fine. And that's fine. And Moy is currently doing something a while, and so she cannot respond. But that is fine.
No,
We're talking.
I was getting a sip. I
Oh,
was
okay.
getting a sip of my drink.
What drink? What are you drinking?
My Frigisig.
I'm also drinking. I wish it was refrigerated, but it's kind of chill. It's not 86 degrees, so it tastes kind of chilled.
Mm.
And it's lychee flavored soju. I'm always drinking still. Chugging.
I did another sip. I was really thirsty.
Yeah.
Anyhow. Yeah, if you're like we said, if they're gonna cheat, they're gonna cheat.
Yeah.
So like isolating them away from everybody is not gonna do
Also,
anything. And
that's toxic.
it's so
You don't want
it's
that.
so impractical.
Yeah.
It's so impractical. You are genuinely expecting this person to go their entire life with you.
Yeah.
Which theoretically, if you are dating with intention, you are dating to be done dating.
Yeah.
Like
that's I do not engage in casual dating, Chad. I do that shit ranked. All right. I'm trying to get some fucking IO.
Sweet
I'm trying to
IO.
fucking parse. All right. But like, I you do not want your partner to not have any friends of the opposite sex because they can learn a lot about a relationship from the opposite sex, and that is okay for your partner to learn more about the opposite sex. It is good for both of you. I cannot tell you how much I have learned from Moy and Mad and like my other female friends that I can now bring to a new relationship with someone. You know?
Yep.
Like you want them to have girlfriends. You want them to have girl talk with their girlfriends and stuff like that.
Exactly.
You want your girlfriend to have, this is for the guys, you want your girlfriend to have like guy friends that they can be like, oh yeah, like I deal with this bullshit all the time, you know? Or like, yeah, like one of my like buddies is like a fucking dumbass, you know? Or he's like super into cars and shit like that, or whatever the fuck. So like there's a little bit of like balancing. Having a guy that has a lot of girlfriends makes them like more we were talking about this, more gentle and like emotionally aware of like how you're feeling and doing and stuff like that, and they'll think about these things more. Having a girlfriend that has guy friends will make them more aware of like boy mannerisms of like, oh, you're pissed, you know, like you want to talk about it. No. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Like, all right.
yeah,
exactly. Like understanding like how guys just work.
Yeah, guys are fucking annoying though. It's like, I'm pissed off, I don't want to fucking talk to you, but I still want you to be worried about me, but don't fucking talk to me. That's me every fucking time I'm pissed off. Like, you should care about me, even though I tell you don't worry. You, when I say don't worry, don't just go like, okay, bye. Like, what get back here. You know, like guys are like that as well. At least I'm like that. And so it's funny that like guys always talk about, oh, women are so emotional. I'm like, dog, I saw you lose a game and punch a hole in the wall. I'm pretty sure you're emotional too, bro. You know, I saw you lose some RP and you start saying some crazy shit. All right, you're very emotional as well. All right, but yeah, like you want your partners to have like friends of the opposite sex. And oh, actually, I have to think about this. Like, we talk about like women writing men to be like gentle and like yearning, you know, and they do it very well most of the time. I don't know about this new age of writing where like they just make men like the worst existence on, like they write all the worst traits of men and exaggerate it.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's good for the development of both women and men. and children in general. Like children deserve good media of strong characters, both men and women.
Yes.
And if you think about Lord of the
Yes.
Rings, like, you know, was it Galadriel? Galadriel?
Galadriel?
Galadriel. I
Yes.
can never get her name right. She is like a strong, important woman, and she saves Gandalf or Dumbledore, right? Um, and so like they like that is a strong female character that has her role. But like the new, I heard like in Rings of Power, it's really bad. Um,
Mm.
and so like I think you don't want to write women like men. I think a lot of people are under the misconception of like, yeah, if you want a strong female character, just write them like a dude. That's
Yeah. You're like, no,
that cannot be
not the thing.
further from the truth, you know? Like
Exactly.
a guy can be quippy and kind of like annoying and arrogant and still be likable
Yeah.
as long as they have like more masculine traits of like caring and gentleness and like a
Mhm.
like seated like like deep seated like care for other people. But if
Mhm.
a woman's like that, you hate them. Men
For
and
sure.
women hate them.
Yeah.
Like
Yep. 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 Yep.
women thinks that she's so important and a bitch, and men are just like, what a
Mhm.
that's just fucking obnoxious,
Yeah.
you know? Like
Yeah.
they're not the same. You have to write a woman who's sure of themselves,
Mhm.
right? But like not
Yeah.
you don't want Ironheart, where like she's
Yeah.
just like, well, if I had $1 billion, I'd be Iron
Mhm.
Man as well. It's like he made the Iron Man suit in a fucking cave, bro. Like what are you talking
Yeah.
about? You could do it too if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
And like it's just
Well,
like
and
poor
like,
writing.
yeah, I was gonna say like there's a lot of examples of like really poor strong quote unquote strong female characters, and a lot of them are unfortunately written by men, and you're like sitting there going, no, 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 this is like a man's caricature of what a strong woman was. Like
Yeah.
what's the show I love to watch? The Blacklist
Mm.
was like a textbook like iteration of a strong female character who could have been really cool, was teed
Mm.
up to be really good, and then the writers just like pissed it down their leg because they made her a caricature of what men think a strong woman is, and you're like, actually she's just fucking insufferable. Like I could not wait for her to die. Like, it was so bad, and you're like sitting there going, no. You're like,
Mm.
this could have been so good, and like, it was terrible. I could wax poetic for like at least 2 hours chat on the character assassination of Elizabeth Keene in The Blacklist. Ugh, disgusting.
I like
Disgusting.
I have a hard time finding
Mhm.
good role models for like younger generations. I think people are mistaken and have bad media literacy, which is something I'm working on because I think my media literacy is bad as well.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting to see how many men were like wanting to be Rick. Like you don't want to be Rick. You don't want to be BoJack Horseman.
Mhm.
You don't want to be Archer because these are media
True.
targeted towards men. And men watch it and they go, "Oh, that guy's so cool," or like that's so funny. But like you don't want to be these
Mhm.
characters, you know? There's a reason why
Yep.
these writers are actually good at writing these characters. They write it in a way
Mhm.
where like these are the toxic traits of men. And it takes a little bit of like self-awareness to be like, that is bad. You know, they tell you
Mhm.
in the story it's bad, but they still glorify it, which is
Yep.
unhealthy for their own mental, like they
So
emulate
bad.
it, right? And that's
Mhm.
why that's what I mean by like we need stronger characters for people to emulate. You don't have to have like
Mhm.
the strongest male like character for someone to emulate and the strongest female character in the same series. But you do need
Yeah.
something for men to aspire to be that they can look at and for women to aspire to be when they look at. You don't need a woman
Exactly.
who like shows up and beats up
Mhm.
like 80 guys. Like,
Mhm.
I don't think that's the female fantasy. That's the male fantasy. You know, I want to enter a
Yep.
room and kick everyone's ass. That's the male
Mhm.
fantasy. I think the female fantasy
Yep.
of like being strong is persevering even when things are tough. You know?
Mhm.
And whatever happened to like women like just outsmarting men, like outplaying them mentally? I
I was
love a
just
woman that
about
can
to say
outplay
that. I'm
men,
like, oh,
right?
I love a female character who's sitting in the background fucking playing chess, like
Yeah.
5D
Just
chess,
so
while
brilliant. And
somebody else is playing checkers, and you're like, oh, just watch, just watch. She's gonna hang him with his own noose,
yeah,
his own
that
fucking
brilliance
necktie.
is
There he
beautiful.
goes.
You know, like it is
It's
beautiful when you
glorious.
see a woman who like
Yeah.
can outsmart. They don't have to be Black Widow outsmart, like sex appeal. Like you can, that's fine. And you can empower sex appeal and stuff like that. But she can also be like conniving, smart, intelligent, outpacing men, the strategist. I don't need a woman who like beats up 80 guys in one go. Like I'm sure there's a woman that can do that, but that is not what is conducive to like the almost like the it doesn't make a compelling character for women. That's a guy thing where like it's like watching 300 for a guy. I'm like, oh my god, 300 buff ass dudes just killed a bunch of fucking guys. Like that's cool. That's something that's like I can like popcorn movie for guys, right?
Exactly.
And you don't want guys to always consume that, but it is, unfortunately, guys. I'm gonna make an argument for like 300 actually being good for guys, where like you're willing to put yourself on the line for a reason, like as like a quote unquote protector. That is toxic masculinity, but only if it's taken too far. I think sacrificing yourself recklessly for someone, like the bravado of like getting into a fist fight in real life, is bad. It's bad for men to want to do that, but like,
it's weird.
like they think that's masculinity.
That's like where your mind goes.
And honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Some women think that's masculinity also, like getting into a fist fight with men. But like, as a guy, I don't know about other men, but I wake up and if I go outside, I'm like, I might just die. I might just die today. I might get hit by a car. Someone might just be like off their rocker and like blow my brains out. Like I might just die today, and that's just how it is. And you continue on with the day. And like you can't expect a guy to like get into a fist fight with just some drunk asshole,
Yeah.
And so you shouldn't want to like be recklessly, quote unquote, brave.
No. Yeah. Yep. Well, and I feel like it's like over dramatized in a lot of media.
Yeah.
And some people take like media all too seriously. Like
this is
they
real
take
life.
it as their end all be all. Yeah, and they're like, this is exactly how it should be. And you're like, this is Law and Order. Like I'd actually be pretty upset if our cops behaved like this. I'd be really fucking pissed. I'm like, he should get called in front of a board. He punched that guy in the mouth.
Yeah.
Like, what if he was innocent? And like this is a problem actually.
Yeah.
This is something to be deeply concerned about.
Like guys, you should not be happy about this. This is dramatization. I'm gonna have a stroke, chat. It is too hot. I'm having a stroke. But like, you shouldn't want that. You should want like strong characters, like women who can outsmart men, and like come up on top. Even if it has to be like done underhandedly or whatever it is, that is the strength, the perseverance, the patience. That's like a strong female like character.
Yeah.
At least in my eyes, right? Like you're free to disagree, but and men, it is someone who's strong, stands up for what they believe in, is willing to like put themselves on the line for like their friends. There's not to get like religious or whatever, but we're talking about how like the self-sacrifice thing is like the oldest trait that men have, and there's a line in the Bible that goes like, "Man hath no greater love than this." To put, how's it go? Man hath no greater love than this. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Right? John 15:13. And like it's literally like so old, it's in the fucking Bible, chat. So like it's like the oldest like fantasy that men have. But a real man like stands up for what he believes in, even in the face of like adversary, right? Even at the cost of himself, he will stand up for what he believes in, and he will be gentle and kind and fair, right? Not only to others, but to himself. Do not be unfair to yourself, chat. That is like the biggest thing, I think.
Yeah.
Where, okay, I love my girlies. I love them so much. And my heart goes out to all my like girly pops, because they will just treat everyone with like the most respect, love them so much, put them above everything else. But then when I make them look at themselves, they're like, well, I'm not important. Like, why don't you treat yourself like you're someone who you love?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Treat yourself like you're someone who you care for.
Yeah. There's a lot of that is attributed to like, again, how women are raised, like we have the understanding that we're being brought up like under a microscope
Mm-hmm.
in a way, like for like our gender, for
Right.
like how we, particularly how we look, like
Mm-hmm.
how women look is like instilled in us from an inappropriately young age.
Right.
Like we're worried about what we look like way too fucking early.
Right.
Like I think that's a big part of it, and like there's a lot of between like media and other women and like society as a whole, there's a lot that's pushed at us in the way
Mm-hmm.
of here are all the multitudinous things that you need to improve about yourself in order to be like of value, in order to be a good person. So like I can't speak for
Yeah.
all
It's
women,
almost like
but I
women
feel
are
like
already expected
most
to be
women.
mature and level-headed from a very
Oh, for
young
sure.
age, right? While men,
For
boys get to
sure.
be like, yeah, boys will be boys, kind of. And I hate that, by the
Oh
way.
yeah.
I hate the boys will be
Yeah.
boys. I'm like, I was never like that as a kid. Like, I expect better.
Mhm.
Like, if I ever have any
Yep.
progeny, chat, I expect better. I feel like they'll land because he'd be
Yeah.
talking mad shit about Moy. I'd be talking mad shit about her to her face. Right? I do not
Stay
talk shit about my
fucking
girl Pop behind her back.
No, he would talk it to my front. He would talk it to my front, full stop. Nope, if he had shit to say. But yeah, I feel like it's a lot, at least from the overwhelming majority of the women that I know. I don't know if I can count even one of them as not having uttered like a multitude of things that they feel like they need to change about themselves. Like I don't know if I've ever had like a singular female friend or family member who felt like they were enough or allowed to like exist comfortably exactly as they were.
Well,
Like
I
when I
think,
think about it, I don't
but
think I know anybody who
do
feels
they
that way.
like care about themselves, right? I was talking to a friend earlier today,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Well, I'm not important, but like I'm sure like other people like this applies to other people, like, but not me. I'm not important." I'm like, "What the fuck, girl?"
Mm,
And I had to stop him. I'm like,
yeah.
"Hey, can you repeat after
Like
me that like you
pause.
are important? I am important, and I matter."
Uh,
You know, it's like
important.
you are important and you matter, right? Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like guys, a lot of
All that
guys
shit.
think that maybe guys think that they're too important. You know, like most guys I know think
Maybe.
they're too important. I'd be thinking like that myself. I'm like, God, I am just so funny and like I'm such a treat to
Such a
be
big deal.
around. You know, and maybe like
Oh
maybe
boy.
I should humble myself a little bit more. But I am actually a treat to be around. You know, shout out to me.
Mhm.
I like to thank myself for being
Gonna
so cool.
like,
Um,
thank me for being me.
yeah, like
Always
I
believe
appreciate
in
myself so
me.
much. You know, um, but I think it is like beat into women where like you have to be so level headed and cool and stuff like that. Otherwise, like you're throwing
Oh
a
yeah.
tantrum and you're being a bitch from like the
Yeah,
age of
he's like,
5.
"You can't lose." Yeah,
You
you
know?
can't lose your shit. And you're like, "Oh, okay." Like I can't be a normal human being who's like actually upset about something because then yeah, you're hysterical. Is typically like how it gets played out. It's like, "Oh, she's just hysterical, she's emotional." And you're sitting there going, "No, I'm not. I'm actually like I'm having a very valid crash out about this right now because you're being a piece of shit."
Oh my god.
And, like that whole conversation is just like, "Oh, okay, cool."
The amount of women who I've dated who have gone like they'll feel upset or annoyed or whatever it is and they'll let it
Mhm.
show in their emotions. Some girls just cry. You know? They're a little
Yeah.
frustrated, they just cry a little
Oh
bit.
yeah.
That's
Yep.
fine, you know? And like I've had the
Honestly, I
amount
need
of girls
that.
who I've dated who like cry and they're like and then they like
Like,
feel
I'm actually
ashamed for crying.
very
I'm like,
yeah.
girl, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. You just
No,
have a
it's
lot of emotions.
upsetting
It's fine.
because yeah, no, because I feel like a lot of us are taught, like you said, from a young age that it's not okay for us to be angry or like deeply upset by something. So we don't.
Hmm.
And then that like frustration and anger, for me at least,
Hmm.
I will absolutely cry when I'm frustrated and
Hmm.
angry. And it pisses me off when it happens
Because
because
it's
I'm
like a
like,
sign of weakness
no.
almost to you.
Well, yeah, and it's like I'm frustrated. I'm like then like doubly frustrated
Hmm.
because I'm like I should be allowed to show anger. I should be
Yeah.
comfortable showing anger because one, I know myself well enough to know that I'm not going to punch a wall or somebody else. Like I'm not going to do something
I was just thinking to
completely
myself
out of
like, you're
pocket.
allowed to cry if I'm allowed to punch a wall. You know?
Literally, and I'm like, I know I'm not gonna like pop off and do something insane. I should feel comfortable showcasing frustration and anger because that's a perfectly normal, valid human emotion. And instead, I like in that moment, I'm like, I have been taught that it's not okay. And so instead, I cry and it pisses me off because then it's like, oh, she's upset. I'm like, no, I'm not upset. I'm pissed. I'm
Mm-mm.
angry. I'm frustrated.
The worst.
Something's happened or somebody's being a fucking dumbass. And I want to be able to just like tell them that to their face and be like, hey, stop fucking around. Or
Okay.
like, this thing that you did was shitty. Like,
The worst is when someone is accused of crying to get out of something. And I think that is the most one of the most unhealthy ways of like,
yeah.
oh, you're only crying to get out of this. Like, that is the most unhealthy thing to say to
Yeah.
someone because then
Mhm.
they start thinking that and they start like having to defend themselves. And when they cry, they get even more anxious and it adds on to it, right? Like
Yeah.
I've had partners where like they cry and then they apologize for crying. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm
yeah.
crying. I'm not trying to get out of this. You know, I'm like, what the fuck are you saying right now? Like, I never thought that. Like,
Help?
unless you're trying to do that now,
Anybody?
you know? It was like, it's okay, dude. You're just like more emotional. It's
Yeah.
fine. Cause I don't cry,
Yeah.
Chad. Like, I hardly ever cry.
Mhm.
Um, and so I'm just like, it's fine. You're just more emotional than me. It's cool. Like, you can cry. You can cry it out. It's cool. We'll just like talk about it as like you're going through your emotions because you just have a lot of emotions right now. And you don't know how to like. Sometimes you don't know how to
Yep.
process it. You don't know how to vocalize it, so you cry, and that's fine.
Yep. Plug it out.
I'll be here. I'll like wait for you to be ready. We can do it piecemeal. But like
Preach.
telling someone like, oh, you're only crying to get out of it, kind of thing is like so dismissive. It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
It is.
asshole,
Really
if you're so smart and you're so like fucking, this is me too, guys, because
Mm-hmm.
this is usually what guys do. If you're so fucking smart and you're so fucking like emotionally intelligent, then why can't you process this, huh? Like, oh, I can't believe you're fucking crying about this shit. I'm like, okay, why can't you
Yeah.
why can't you communicate in a way where you're not angry or cussing? Why
Yeah.
can't you make them feel safe
Exactly.
in a like a way of
Preach.
like communicating with them that you're frustrated in this and be like, hey, like I'm not mad at you, or like I'm a little frustrated right now with this X or Y thing. Why can't you be like that? Why do you have to push them to the corner, like into a corner where they have to cry, which like pisses me off.
Yep.
I know because
Yeah.
like a lot of guys are like, oh, you're fucking just crying about it. I'm like, dog, I don't understand what you're trying to get at, man. Like,
Yeah.
is this going
Like, what is the
to
benefit?
like you're only trying to get out of it, and she's gonna go, yeah, you're right. I was just trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
what?
so you think
You know,
it's gonna
it's just
happen here? Like, questionable.
Like, yeah, I was just trying to get out. You caught me. I guess I'll talk about it now, like two normal, like
Damn,
insane
yeah.
robots. Yeah, it's like, what are you trying to get at, brother?
Yeah.
Are you
my God,
thinking
that would
about
be
it?
the funniest thing on the planet, though. Like, just being like, oh, yeah, actually, you know what? I was.
I was.
Dang,
and
how did you
caught
know?
me. I guess we'll have to talk about it now. It's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And so like it's really bad. Also, it's really bad for like the emotional growth of the person in question because then they start blaming themselves because they already blaming themselves and
Yep.
they people. There's enough people blaming them, and also like you even if you don't cry, like I think that's also an issue. Like where if you're not emotionally intelligent enough to be like, I don't understand why you're so upset right now. That is a problem about you, bro. Like you have to understand
Yeah.
where they're coming from that they're upset. You can't just be like, well, that doesn't make sense. Like, why would you cry about
Yeah.
that? It's like, maybe you're not trying to understand enough. Maybe, okay, I was talking to a friend and I was just saying that, like, I hate people who, like, who say, like, oh, I'm just very logical. I'm a very logical person. Like,
Oh,
okay, why does the shit you do not
lying.
make sense? All right?
Yeah.
The shit you do does not make sense. I'm very logical, but, like, I mix that with, like, emotional intelligence of, like, I get that you're upset because of this, and does it make you feel this way? It's like, because I do that a lot even with my girly pop friends. Like, they'll be frustrated, they'll call me, we'll talk about it, and I'll have to explain their own emotions to them. Oh, are you frustrated that this person did this because of this? Do you feel like this because of that? Talk me through what you're feeling, what your emotions are right now. Let me know, like, how you're feeling. Is this right? No, it's not right. All right, let's explore a different avenue of how this might be. And I feel like that is such a better way to like communicate with someone and also help them vocalize. If you're so logical, you should be able to go through this very easily. It's like a checklist.
Exactly.
Do you feel X
Yep.
because of Y, or do you feel X because of Z?
hmm
Or does
An
Z make you
emotional
feel X?
inventory, if you
Yeah.
will. Yeah.
And it's just, it's
And
better
if you're
for
not
people.
capable of that, for
Yeah.
sure, you are not ready to be in like a long-term relationship with anybody.
Also, you're not,
Take
yeah,
several
you're not,
seats.
you need, I'm so logical. You need to be more emotional then. We
Yeah.
think too much and feel too little
If
sometimes.
this is logic, then you need the other side.
Yeah.
Unless.
So I think that's like an issue that like men have specific. I think it's
Mhm.
specifically with men that I've met where like, they say that they're very logical, but then they're not. It doesn't make any
Mhm.
fucking sense. As a guy
Yes.
myself, right? But
Mhm.
I think that's something that all men can work on. I don't think I'm the exception to the rule. I think I've just got an early head start on it of like
Mhm.
trying to work on my emotional intelligence actively rather than just
Mhm.
passively of like, oh, I didn't know that. Like
Mhm.
trying to seek out like understanding of the female persuasion, fembots, if you will. And that's why I'm still good at rage
Female
baiting them, chat.
persuasion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
feel it though. Are we
philosophizing.
philosophizing?
Oh, she's
Yes,
having a
you know,
stroke now. Yeah, we are. We're just chatting about
just
like
philosophizing,
we're
waffling,
podcasting. Yeah, we're waffling about. We're waffling.
waffling and falafeling. Let's go.
But, but like I think that's like the biggest issue. Like in this day and age of like people are so afraid of appearances that they're
Mhm.
unwilling to be real. And I don't think that's good for anybody at all.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
yeah, like I like it was a saying on X.com, the X the everything app of someone said, you care too much about how people see you. You
Mhm.
don't care enough about or you care too much about how you're perceived. You don't care enough about how you're understood or something like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like you should
Yep.
care about people understanding you. You should care a lot less about how
Mhm.
people see you. A thing that I have been touting is you don't understand me enough to hate me or to like me. Right? Like you need time
Yeah.
to understand someone to hate them or like them.
Mhm.
Right? Like
Preach.
as someone who is pretty outgoing and like easygoing, I guess. It's very easy to meet people and have people interested in me. But I think that's the majority of it. Like they're this guy's interesting. And that's it.
Mhm.
Right. I don't know how you feel like you are about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Are you blinking asynchronously?
I I was rubbing my eye.
Okay.
I was like, I
Your
felt
motto
like
was
there was
like
something in my
left
eye.
left
Yeah.
eye, right
Doing the
eye, left eye, right
doing
eye.
the frog blink.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not that concerned about like what people perceive me as. I'm always
Mm-hmm.
curious, and it's never what I think it is. Like I think we talked about this
Mm.
the other day.
Mm.
Like I get a lot of like, I thought you were really mean, and then I got to know you, and you're like, and then you're just really nice. And I'm like, no, I can be pretty mean.
Yeah.
It just comes out later. But like I don't
Yeah.
know. I really don't think about like other people's perception of me that
Right.
much these days.
Mm.
Um, it's much more so like a curiosity of like whether I like where I'm at,
Yeah.
whether I feel like I'm in like comfortable. Like I'm always much more so like focused on checking in with myself, and that might just be like fucking only child syndrome, or
No,
it can
like
be
I'm like that
emotional
as well.
maturity. It could be either.
I take a lot of account for like, am I happy with who I am?
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
it's like, am I happy with who I am?
Shower thoughts, chat.
Yeah. Like, am I proud of where like who I've become?
Mm-hmm.
And so like, it is a lot of that as well. Where like it's good. It's good for you to take a
Mm-hmm.
like
For
inventory
sure.
of who you are and like
Yeah.
how your friends see you and stuff like that. And
Emotional and self inventory.
yeah, because like
It's always
otherwise,
good.
like I don't know what you're doing. You're just plotting through life, plop, 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 until you hit
I
the next
know.
like road bump, and then not understand yourself. It should
Shit.
always be like a process of like trying to understand yourself. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but obviously, it's harder. It's easier said than done. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to kind of like understand what you're even feeling, or you have to. It's a lot of knowledge to understand a little bit about yourself, right? You have to consume a lot of stuff and think a lot to understand like a little
Mm-hmm.
bit about yourself. It's it's like a win more thing. The more you understand about more things in life and
Mm-hmm.
emotional spectrums and personalities and stuff like that, the easier it is to learn about yourself. But it takes a lot of learning about these things in order to learn a little bit about yourself,
Yes.
right? So like the more you know, like
Mm-hmm.
you'll understand yourself. But like it takes a lot of work to
Mm-hmm.
get to that, and I think that's
Yeah.
also an issue why like people are not very like introspective about themselves until like they hit a wall,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, well, I feel like it's yeah, some people are not
Yeah.
introspective about themselves, and then others of us are way too introspective, way too early.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've always been this way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can actively remember being this way in, like, grade school,
Yeah.
and
Same.
wherein, like, my friends absolutely did not, like, have these, like, existential thoughts,
Yeah.
and, like, I've spoken with, like, other friends who are kind of that way, and they're like, "Yeah, that, like, ignorance is bliss, like, it hits a lot harder now that you're an adult," and you're like, "I understand everything. I understand too much, actually, and I don't like this." They're like, "I
Yeah.
was a lot happier when I didn't understand things."
Yeah.
You're like, "Yeah, how do we get back to that?" And they're like, "I don't know." Like, it's like cursed knowledge, like, once you have it, it's just, like, doing emotional damage in the background.
Yeah, or it just pisses you off sometimes. You're like, ah, that makes me so angry, but like I can't explain to this person why
Yeah.
because this person just will not understand. And then you just have to like carry on, you know, you're like, oh well, whatever.
Yep.
And carry on with your fucking life.
Slog forward.
Yeah. And so like it does take a lot, but like I find it fulfilling though to like make friends with people and then like help them through their shit.
Mm,
Not like as
mhm.
a psychiatrist or whatever it is, but just like, hey, let's let's just talk about life and stuff and
Yeah.
our understandings and our like
Mhm.
lenses of life. And I
Yeah.
find that fulfilling to like be able to do that.
That's good.
Like
Yeah.
you can do a lot of help for your friends and like
Oh,
philosophizing
for
like
sure.
this and just like shooting shit.
Mhm.
It's the
Yep.
most fun. But do you ever
Shooting the
find
shit.
that feeling of I don't have enough people who are like me around me? You know, like
Yeah.
see, people just will
Yeah.
not understand me. You'll talk about something
Mhm.
and they'll go, huh? And you're like, oh, you're not that
Yeah.
person. And
Like,
then they
"Oh,
continue
okay," and
on.
you're like, "Gotcha." Like,
Yeah.
"Actually, I understand." And like, "Okay,
Yeah.
this is not the same." Yeah, it's so interesting because I felt like that, like, arguably my entire young adult life, because like, I
Hmm.
grew up somewhere where I very much felt like my I don't know, I didn't know where my people were, but they certainly weren't here.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, "Oh, okay." It's like a never ending, like, conveyor belt of that feeling.
Hmm.
So like when I got to an area where like, oh, okay, this is much more like who I am as a person. This feels much more like natural. This feels like I like might actually like fit in. It's a completely different feeling, but yeah, I don't know that feeling
She's
of
talking about New
like
York, chat.
yeah, well, like New York, like the East
Or
Coast in
just like bigger
general
cities.
felt much more yeah, like where people are much more it's so funny they mentioned that because it's the friend and I who are was like discussing like having the cursed knowledge and it like doing emotional damage
Hmm.
in the background. Like we had
Yeah.
talked about how interesting it is to encounter people and be friends with people or be family with people in the area that we live in because he also lived out on the East Coast for a while.
Hmm.
And he's like, it's so strange how content they are. He's like, and I don't feel that
Yeah.
contentment at all.
Yeah,
He's
they
like, and
just
I
seem
I
so
wanna
happy with themselves
understand.
almost.
Yeah,
Or they're just like
and it's
okay
like
with it. I'm just like, how can you be okay
yeah,
with this?
how can you be okay with it? And we have the exact same question because we're like, I don't get it. You're like, I wish I could feel that kind of contentment.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Okay, I have a question for you.
in general, yeah.
What? Okay, I guess like I have to find a way to word it, but let me explain my feeling of it.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm always in the pursuit of like chasing down who I always was meant to be, kind of,
Yes.
and like
Yeah.
being in my city that I grew up in, or the town or
Uh-huh.
like place that I grew up in, never fulfilled that, and I knew it was always somewhere else. And
Yes.
chasing that person, like getting closer to it and closer to it,
Mhm.
is just so
Mhm.
fulfilling. It's almost like
It's
finally
such a nice
sinking your
feeling.
teeth into
Yeah.
like a juicy like steak to me, because like I almost feel like
Yeah.
feral with it. I'm like, oh, I'm
Oh,
so
nice.
happy whenever like I
Yeah.
have a revelation of who I am. It's like I'm finally
Yeah.
like tasting blood for the first time. I'm like, oh, this is so good, you know?
Damn. That's funny. Like, I always compare it to, like, finding puzzle pieces.
Ah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
That's
like,
probably more
you're
normal.
slowly, like, putting it together. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
I'm like,
I
I'm
think,
ready
like,
for the
in
next
the
hunt. And you're like,
yeah.
oh, I just found a puzzle piece. I can put the Lego
Yeah,
piece together.
like, "Oh, it slots in. It
Yeah.
slots in so nice." And, like,
Me
"That's why
shaking
the other one
viciously
didn't
with a
fit."
hunk of meat in my mouth.
Literally just a savage dog in
Yeah.
the background. Just, "What's that?" "Oh, that's just my friend Theo. He also found a piece."
Yeah, I found a piece of myself. I found it. It really looks like a leg in his mouth. Don't worry about it.
Like, yeah, he's been looking for that piece for a while.
Yeah. But no, like
It's okay.
it really is like the most exciting part where like sometimes I'll be awake at night and I'll go, "Oh my god,"
Mhm.
kind of thing to myself. When like I realize something about myself, I'm like, "Oh my god," and
Yeah.
I'll continue on with like my life. I'm like, now I feel more whole. It's almost like that meme of like the puzzle piece sticking into the back of your head kind of thing. It's like, oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
I just found like the
Yep.
correct piece. But for me, I'm just like, oh my god, I can't wait for like the next meaty like bite of like whatever I figure out. Whisper
Mhm.
wins. Hello, hello, whispers.
Whisper.
Hello,
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 hello.
Raiders. Right now we are
Welcome in.
podcasting about stuff. we just
The
we're just
stuff and
pontificating.
things. We're yapping. Actually, you
Yeah.
know what's so funny? I should put us in the other screen.
Mm-mm.
There we go. Oh, I'm
Hello,
so
hello, whisper.
stupid. I forgot I had this screen. Hold on. Oh, I didn't want to scooch over there. Hold on, hold
Yeah,
on.
get away from
Okay,
me.
there we go.
Oh, you're in my
You
chat.
miss me.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's
look,
my
hey, look,
show,
guys, I'm
Cat.
more and
No,
more.
it's
I have the
my
space
show.
buns, dude.
I'm
I'm in front.
important. I'm more important. Don't look at the man behind me. Nobody cares about the snake
On my
boy.
screen, I'm in front.
Hello.
Harumph.
This is our stream now, comrade. Get
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But we're just like
Welcome in,
pontificating,
Whisper.
whisper.
Yeah.
If you're
Thank
into
you for the
that.
raid. Thank you. Thank you.
Question.
I hope you had a great stream.
Just a quick little question, whisper.
Yeah.
What is your definition of masculinity?
Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because we had like a
We've
whole
been
like
talking.
30-minute talk about that. Of just like, oh, this is what I think. This is what I think. And so we're just like pontificating and just like thinking about like. Also, that's my new favorite word, pontificate.
Pontificate.
So like we're just talking in what aspect? I suppose like what you perceive as like a masculine role model. What would you imagine like a masculine man be? Yeah. Or and like your perception of it, perceived through like the lens of whatever gender you like are. And Moy's frozen. And
Oh. Weird.
so, because we were talking about it, and I think men and women
Yeah.
have like two very different like definitions of masculinity, and Moy and I like went over our like definitions of
Yeah.
it and how women perceive it differently and men perceive it differently. And Moy's coochie is just like resting on
It's
the frame.
fine.
Get out, put your coochie away, girl.
Fine.
God,
Fine.
God, this is a PG
Keep there.
stream.
I'm supposed to be sitting in my little chair in mine. Here. I'll
Oh,
sit
I
right
don't
back
have your
here.
fucking chair. All right,
Yeah, your chair. Your chair is back there.
you're just fucking
You're too
floating.
zoomed
You're like,
in.
I'm too zoomed in,
I'm in the distance.
and that's a difficult
I'm
question.
calling to you, Minifale.
That's like the whole point of it,
I'm your
though.
conscience.
The whole point of asking what your
Yeah.
perception of masculinity is to make you think about it. I think
Yeah.
that's like the most fun because Moy and I will actually just think about stuff, and talk to each other constantly. So like half the time, like when we stream together, it really is just like podcasting. Like, what do you think about this? Oh, that's a good point. Let me think about it, and then we think about it, and we verbalize our thought process of things, which I think is very interesting, and like it's a rare thing to find. So like Moy and I are good friends because
Yeah.
we are able to do this with each other. And I just asked Moy the
I
question of like,
suppose he's all right.
do you find I actually hate this woman, and I've never met her a day in my life.
Like we knew it. That's a
But yeah,
difficult question. Yeah.
we pontificate and we think about that's just like stupid shit all the time, and I think that's what's fun, and it's hard to find someone who like will do this exercise with you because it is an
Yeah, the
exercise.
mental. Yeah, it's the brain. The
Right.
brain exercises.
Like it's very, especially someone of the opposite like gender almost. Like to like think and talk about it, because I think it's a lot easier for women to like find other women who like think about this stuff. I think it's harder for men to find other men who are into this stuff unless like they're really into like philosophy or psychology or like whatever it might be. And then the conversations kind of become like a little bit vain because they're like, oh, look how much I know about philosophy and like psychology and stuff. I'm like, dog, I'm just trying to have a conversation, man. I'm just trying to be real for a moment. And one of my favorite memes is, what's wrong? What's the matter, vague boy? Afraid you might say something? Which is like the funniest thing because sometimes like I talk to guys and that's kind of how I feel sometimes, where they're like, they will talk around the subject, but they won't say anything. Like, sure, they're talking, but are they saying anything? No, not really.
No. Being able to just have a conversation is a skill. Some people can't do it. True that.
Yeah. And also, like, we also talked about this just before you raided into us, actually. We were talking about how it's difficult to, like, find someone who can carry a conversation the same way you do. Sometimes you'll test the conversation of, like, what do you think about this? And the other person will go, what? And then that's it. That's the end of the conversation, unfortunately. Like, they will not understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And it's very rare to find someone who can, like, go back and forth on it, or at least entertain it. You know, go like, oh, I've actually never thought about that. Like, what do you think about it? While, like, I formulate my opinion on it, which is, like, always the most interesting and fun conversations I have. And so, like, I will, if I'm able to, I will literally just talk to my friends all day about stuff. And it's very fun to just talk about stuff, like thought exercises constantly, which I find is very rare in people, even though like that's how humans have functioned forever. You remember like the ancient Greeks, they would just sit around in like the Senate and talk to each other. You know, they would just argue about shit. Like, no, I don't think that's true. I think you're full of shit. What is man? Behold, man. To anyone who understands. Behold, man.
Bong bong. Oh, what is it?
Best conversation
tactic.
Tell people to LL. What does LL mean? I don't know. I don't know that terminology.
Yeah, I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm too old for this.
I know the rope max meme. Is that what it means?
Oh.
Rope maxing?
Dun dun dun.
But yeah, like I think that kind of stuff is like more rare than it should be. And I think we're moving further and further away from it, especially with like shorter attention spans. And a lot more people like looking outwards rather than inwards for stuff. Like people will let you think them for them, which you should never let anyone think for you.
No.
And we're talking about
That's
like
huge, no.
Andrew Tate and Clavicular and stuff like that, where their fans allow them to think for them. Is thinking so hard? Is it so difficult to formulate your own opinion and thoughts on topics?
Apparently. Apparently.
Live, laugh, explode. Is that what it's called? Interesting.
Oh.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, the emote is the explode. Got it. We're old.
My God, when I move, I'm gonna get a live, laugh, love sign.
Oh God.
Or like get a die, cry, hate sign.
Die crying.
Yeah.
Damn.
Whichever one.
Absolutely savage.
Maybe a double-sided sign, depending on the day. You know, live, laugh, love. No, Today's violence. I cry hate.
I cry hate. Full stop. Full
Yeah.
end. But yeah, it is a very nuanced conversation we be having, and that's where it came from. I was playing Resident Evil, and some of the guys were throwing sticks of dynamite. I see. I see. I see. Me gusta.
Well, like I think trying to like say something is so like perceived as so uncool now. Caring, everyone wants to be nonchalant. You know that like that's
Oh,
like
for
the
sure.
meta. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't even care. Like, why are you alive then?
Yeah. Exactly. Like I when has it become something that you aspire to like not care? Like
Yeah.
not what when did not giving a shit become a cool thing? You're like
When
actually
when was the last like epic tale or fantasy about someone who just doesn't care?
mhm. Yeah.
Who is someone who you
Exactly.
aspire to
Like
like not care?
yeah.
Someone who just doesn't care. Oh, Buddha didn't care. It's less that he didn't care. It's more that he has let go of,
Yes. Yeah, there's a
desire.
distinct
He still
difference.
cares.
Yeah.
He has just let go of mortal desire. He realized that
Mhm.
his actions still mean something, but he has let like the desire of wanting from
Mhm.
like
Preach.
what's the correct term for him? I'm hitting a roadblock. He no longer is vying for like or letting his greed or want drive him to do
Mhm.
things. That is
Yes.
the whole point of it,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm. Well, and I don't know when or why it would ever be like is apathy something that you would ever aspire to? You know, like
When you're broken enough,
just
you stop caring. And are you broken,
yeah,
chat?
that's not a victory.
Yeah.
That's not, you're not winning anything. It's like something that like actually frustrates me like about being back home is like there's a lot of blue collar
Mm-hmm.
work in the area. Like a lot of it's agricultural chat. Like there's not a lot of white collar anything where I grew up, which is not a bad thing at all in any way, shape, or form. Like both my parents are blue collar,
Oh,
like they
thank you,
built
Whisper.
very comfortable and respectable lives doing that. I think it's something that is needed in any society. Like
Mm-hmm.
big huge fan of like the blue collar work, but there is like a weird obsession with like having to suffer for the things that you have here. And it kind of weirds me out. I'm like, why is it like this Olympics of suffering of like it's only worth it if you suffered for it, if that makes sense. Like it's only valuable if you had to suffer for it, which I is a notion that I do not understand like at all. But it does feel like that's a very big thing here,
Is it like
and it's very strange to me.
it's almost I don't know how it actually is, but it almost sounds like the suffering validates the experience,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And it validates their experience, but at the same time, I'm like sitting on the other side of it, being like, if that's what you went through and that's what you went through, why on earth would you want that
Mm-hmm.
for other people or your children?
Is it not important to you
Like,
to make it almost what's the term for it? Why why is the suffering part of the validation? Even Jesus
mhm,
asked, and I learned this from Shout, and I'm not religious, chat. I'm just relating this to religions because it
mhm,
is spoken in religions, and I think people miss the point largely in
mhm,
religions where he asks, "Let this cup pass me by." Like he no longer wants to suffer.
yeah,
He doesn't want to
mhm,
suffer anymore. He does not want to go through these hardships. So he begs God, "Let this cup pass me by."
mhm,
When his hardest trial comes
mhm,
upon him, and
yeah,
like why would you not want that? Why do you not want an easier life for
yeah,
the ones who come behind after you? You know. And
exactly.
if anyone who's
I
like
do
played
not get it.
Expedition 33, it's for those who come after. It's that we suffer so much that we want to make life easier for those who come after. And I think we've lost the plot of, well, I suffered, so the ones after me have to suffer as well.
Yeah.
Did that fulfill
Like,
you when
why?
your parents did that to you?
Why?
Do you think that it was fair when your parents did that to you, or
Yeah.
have you become
Well,
so detached from it that you no longer
yeah.
remember?
Well, and I think that like even for their parents, like I see this a lot in my parents' generation, which if
Hmm.
we're like looking generationally, like every generation has had it better than the generation before them. But
Hmm.
overwhelmingly get the feeling from like parents' generation that they almost resent my generation
For
for
having it
having it
easier,
better.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and they're
almost
like,
like I worked so
"Was
hard
that
to
not
give
the
you an easier
point?
time, but now I resent
How
you
dare
for
you have an
having an
easier
easier
time?"
time, right?
And you're like, and easy is certainly all relative because
Yeah,
I'm a firm believer that like the millennial generation and Gen Z are dealing with things
we're in a
that
very transitional period of our
are
lives,
yeah, oh my God. Well, and
of
our
civilization.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Like our parents never dealt with
Our
the
parent,
same
our
things,
parents' parents
like
dealt with
anything even
the
remotely.
generational change of technology with automation, but our parents did not deal with
Mhm.
that, and we are
Yeah.
dealing with the advent of AI, and so that is replacing a lot of
Yeah.
our workforce, like our parents'
Mhm.
parents, our grandparents, and so
Yeah.
my parents actually had almost like the easiest generation. Cost of living was low,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
like affordability of like houses and
Mhm.
cars were low. The economy was like pretty okay after like the
Mhm.
housing crisis, and like they probably already, if your parents aren't immigrants and like come from like American
Mhm.
like background, they probably already had like their property and houses before like the housing crisis or the housing bubble popped,
Yeah.
and so their
Mhm.
experience of like the housing bubble was very different from what immigrant parents like my parents had to deal with. And so
Mhm.
they actually technically had the easiest like life and quality of
Yeah.
had the best quality of life compared to us because everything is
Mhm.
so expensive to us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, and just there's so much change in our life
Mhm.
that they're really on the tail end of to where
Mhm.
you're like, "Okay, you're not gonna have to really worry about this because by the time it's really gonna be in full swing, like, y'all are gonna be in a nursing home, it's not gonna be a
Yeah.
problem."
Yeah.
But we're the ones inheriting all of it,
Mhm.
and it's very weird to me that, like, there's almost this resentment for, like, having a different, experience.
Yeah. It's it's almost like they think that we have it easier because they can see like the
Mhm.
advancement of technology. We're like, oh, things are so easy for you
Yeah.
now, and
You're like,
like we're a
"Yeah,
lot
there's all
more
this
savvy than
technology,"
then.
but, like
But we
yeah,
also had
navigating
to,
it
yeah, exactly, right. Navigating it and
is, like, a whole different
understanding it
thing.
is like, oh, it's so much easier for you now. It's like, well, we have to know so much more now. We have to be so much more
Yeah.
knowledgeable about more things
Yeah.
now that it's actually not easier for us. It was easier for you because you could work on like a Wendy's like
Mhm.
cashier's salary and own a house and a
Yeah.
car and go on like 4 vacations a year,
Yeah.
like during like
Exactly.
college, while you're a college
Yep.
student. While over here, it's like, well, if you make 150K a year, you're like upper middle class.
Yep.
It's
Which is
like,
an insane
what?
amount.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is just insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so
and
it's,
it's like, again, I think we've had the conversation of, you know,
mhm.
shockingly, we would really like healthcare to be a thing.
Yeah, like socializing
Shockingly.
healthcare, but you know,
Yeah. But that's asking an awful lot, apparently.
the lack of information and almost like literacy of the generations above us, like before us,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
generations that preceded us, is shockingly low. Where they just do
Yes.
not understand, and it requires like you will hit like one of those OGs where like they actually understand that our generation and the generation after us is pretty
Mhm.
fucked because of them, and they will
Yep.
apologize for that. I'm sorry
Yeah, they're
that,
like, "Our bad."
yeah, that
My
people of
bad,
my
fam, and you're
generation
like, "You know
fucked you
what?
guys over,
I
and
like you."
there's literally nothing you can do about it except going, it's okay, it's not your fault. Like I know it's not your
Yeah.
fault,
Yeah.
but the generation
It's
before us
not
will
like,
do
but
that to
there's
us.
so much. Yeah.
Yeah, like they,
Yeah. There's so much.
someone who understands enough to apologize, understands
Mhm.
enough to vote
Yeah.
the correct way
Yeah.
for the betterment of
Exactly.
society.
Yeah. Well, and it's, it's especially like the media literacy is what drives me absolutely up a wall because like you'll hear a lot out
Yeah,
here where they'll just spout stuff and you're like, you didn't think about this at all. No thoughts. Like
you did not
no
think about this
thoughts,
for more
no
than
no personal
what your guy
research. You said,
told you to
"Oh,
think.
exactly." And you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I like what he had to say. Perfect." Like I'm gonna
Well, that's my
just
guy. Why would
blindly
I disagree with him?
yeah. Well, then it's so funny because it's become this conversation of, "Oh, well, your side of the aisle did this." I'm like, "Yeah, fuck him. Like, send him to jail. I like this idea. Let's do everybody's doing stupid shit. All put them in checks notes, jail. I like this." And they're like,
Mm-hmm.
"Well, but he's a Democrat." And I'm like, I don't give two shits. He could
Democrats
be
are
a
in here
fucking
too.
he could be a
Okay, and
zebra for all I care. Yeah, put him in jail. Do it. Do
mm-hmm.
it. Like put them all in jail. Let's just start over, wipe the whole slate, get everybody out. And you have to get back in on your own merit.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not allowed to like do the shitty campaign stuff where you got a great big corporate PAC behind you,
Yeah.
which that's a whole separate thing, chat.
Oh
I
my
will get on
god.
my high horse about that, but they should not be allowed to do any of that.
Chat, lobbying should not be legal, and also some of
No.
these fucking
Should be
senators are
highly
taking
illegal.
bribes that are like
Yeah.
are less than 14-year-olds getting offered like Raid Shadow Legends sponsors. All right, some of these 14-year-olds have more like
Yeah.
integrity than these senators.
Yeah. Well, and
Career
dead
politicians
ass,
should not be a
so
thing.
no, it should not. And like dead ass, the job I work in, chat, uh I am not allowed to give to any political campaign. I cannot contribute to a political campaign because of the companies that I work for. I'm not allowed to make my own investments and choose the things that I invest in because it would be considered insider trading. There's a shitload of things that I can't do simply because of where I work. How in the hell does that not apply to them? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I'm like, I just balance their books. I just make sure their people get paid and the right amount and do
Whoa,
the
Moy.
accounting for
If
that.
you wanted
That's my
to,
whole job.
if you wanted to get into that, there is a thing called poly market now that you can get into.
This
With your
podcast brought to you
insider
by
information.
Poly
No, no
Market.
free advertisement.
Oh my god.
But like the rules with poly market are so loosey goosey that you actually can just
Yeah.
like, oh well, I'm not allowed to buy stocks and trade and stuff. I can participate in top poly market. And it's like
Mm,
that is insane.
yeah.
That is
Yeah, it's
absolute
wild.
insanity. That
Yeah.
is
You're like,
something
okay,
that's okay.
I'm just a little fucking peon nobody over here. And I can't manage my own investments, but great Uncle Joe over here, who's been
Yeah.
in fucking politics since, Jesus Christ himself walked the earth.
There needs to
He's
be an
allowed to
age
do it.
cap
He's
on
trustworthy for sure. Like there's
politics.
no reason.
Once you hit like the age of
Yeah.
55, get out.
Yeah. Cause like you're not gonna be the one who has to deal with all of the shit that you're putting in.
And
So
what's
you
it?
don't inherently don't have
45?
any vested
40?
interests.
45 is like the limit
I think
or the minimum.
30 I think it's 35.
That's fine, but like no
Yeah,
one
being
votes
in
for a
mid-30s.
35-year-old. Everyone votes for
No,
like the
they're
like
like, oh, they don't
55-year-old
know
guy.
anything. Yeah, they're
I'm like,
they,
oh,
they
I don't
haven't
think these
been here.
35 like 55-year-olds understand internet, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Mr.
Like, if they can't,
Zuckerberg,
like,
what is a internet? What? What the fuck is that
Jesus
question,
Christ.
bro?
Don't get me started on the Zuck.
It's just
God, I
like,
hate
bro,
him so
you don't
much.
understand.
He's a fucking robot. I hate
Yeah,
him with
but
my
like,
whole heart.
you gotta game respect game, you know? It's just like,
No,
yeah, you guys
I don't
suck at
respect shit about that man.
You guys suck at policies, so none of you guys understand what the internet is or like what policies are. So I'm just gonna abuse it, and that's not
Yeah.
like that's not his fault. Like even though as corrupt and fucked up as he is just getting free reign of it because these old motherfuckers do not understand what the internet is. What is TikTok?
Yeah, what is a
What?
TikTok? Oh my god.
What are you saying?
Oh, that
Yeah.
whole hearing. I watched that hearing chat from start to finish with TikTok, and I was so mad. I was so mad I was gonna throw up because I'm like, they're asking them the most stupid questions on the planet. You're like, okay, so this is just a committee entirely filled with people who know nothing about the internet ever at any point in time. Nothing even close to it. Like, do they have a smartphone? Be honest, because I'm calling bullshit. They don't seem to know anything
I
about
think
how this whole
they
thing
just got
works, and
on
I don't trust
Blackberries.
them for sure, for sure. And I'm like, you know what? I don't trust you to make an informed decision about this because you don't understand how it works.
And that's why there needs to be an age cap.
Mm-hmm.
And also lobbying needs to
Yes.
be made illegal. Because what the fuck, man?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not bribing you. I'm lobbying you. Ah, different verbiage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly.
I didn't kill that guy.
Like,
I liberated
oh.
him from this life.
I helped him. I assisted him in sloughing off this mortal coil.
Mm.
And then he's just sitting there going, that just seems like a different way of saying dying. Dead?
Yeah.
Dedge? Dying?
It is just a different verbiage for the same bullshit. Which is like,
It
I don't know
really
why
is.
it's legal. Gerrymandering, I don't understand why that's legal as well. But like,
No.
California did it the best. Shout out Cali.
That was so funny. I love that. I love that.
Wait,
That
that's not fair.
down. I've never been so impressed by Gavin Newsom in my entire life.
Like, that's not fair.
Let's go, brother.
Also, shout out to Mamdani for making like putting New York in the black. You know,
God,
it took him like
damn.
what 4 months, 8 months to put New York in the black. Shout out.
Literally, I miss New York so much. If not for anything other than our sick ass mayor.
Yeah.
And it makes me laugh so hard because out here they really, really don't like him. And you're like, that's funny because every time he pops up on my feeds, it's like fucking teeter totters and like you get a puppy, you get a bike, like you get clean streets, like everything's like just good guy Mom Donnie fucking shows up. Oh, I've got a TikTok that's really funny. I'll have to send to you. This guy is at the
My favorite
like
meme.
talking to
I don't know if you've seen it from like other countries. Is like this meme is like, why does the U.S. politics like feel like this? And it's like everybody gets a puppy, and then like the other one is like everybody gets kicked in the balls 20 times. Like that is the options of U.S. politics, and people will vote for getting kicked in the balls 20 times.
Oh my god!
I'm just like, that is actually how it feels sometimes. It's like,
yeah,
what the fuck is these choices, bro?
It's people will vote
Yeah.
for people to get kicked in the balls 20 times just so Jeff, who they don't like the way he looks,
Doesn't get a
doesn't
puppy.
get a puppy.
Yeah.
I want this man to not have a puppy so fucking bad. I'm willing to take 20 shots straight to the nuts.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, cool.
I
cool,
always
fam.
find that like so fucking funny and so hilarious. I'm just like, what is our politics even? I don't understand,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, God. Dead ass. Like, if it were not for my mother, I would be in a different country by now. Full stop.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be in Europe or Canada or somewhere. Like, anywhere.
Yeah.
Just not here. But alas, I do like my mama.
Chat, I'm looking
I
for
like
a
the mama
hot
cloud, chat.
European sugar mama. All right.
Sugar. Says, I make a mean grilled cheese.
Yeah,
and
I
play video
will
games."
I will be so funny. I have a tight 15, all right?
So cute.
I have a tight 15. If you don't know what that is, you gotta look it up.
Watch Marvelous Mrs. Maisel because it's a goodie.
I have a tight 15, and I will be way of the house husband
God.
for you, all right? But like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
like,
It's
I'll
just
be
so.
the best house husband you ever had.
I will, all right. I will make sure that these
Really.
windowsills are clean, girl. All right.
Says I might play World of Warcraft the other,
Yeah, 9 hours of the day, but
hours
like,
a week. Yeah.
but things will get done.
But man, your house will be so clean.
Yeah, it'll smell so nice, you know. But yeah, it's just.
Oh.
Well, how do we start off? You. I think
I
we're
you,
talking as
you, me, you, me, you. Oh, the
yearning.
lost art of yearning somehow
Now we're just like yapping.
cosmetologic.
Yeah, that's just us every
Yeah.
time, chat. We'll just like
Yeah.
rant and rave about random bullshit. Like, oh my god, do you remember this? Oh
And
my
then
god, I
it's
do
like we
remember
get
this.
so far away.
We'll just talk about like random bullshit. Honestly, I think that like
Yeah.
I have circling back to the lost art yearning. I think it's just destroyed by like our digital age. You know, of like
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
yearning for someone
Oh
mattered a
God.
lot more when you couldn't just like text them.
Yes. Like there was space and time to yearn.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes sense.
Also, okay, let's talk about this. With the digital age of like how
Yeah.
easy it is to reach out and talk to someone, how does that feel with like the yearning thing? Like you could text me, you could take 10 seconds to text me kind of thing.
I know.
And it's just like,
I'm
go ahead.
it it makes me super hella pissed off when people don't do that
Yeah.
super microscopically super fucking easy
Yeah.
ability of just talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Really makes me fucking mad.
Right.
I just there's no excuse for that in this day and
Yeah.
age. There's not, and it makes me
Yeah.
really, really viscerally mad. It pisses my mom off too. Like my stepdad will do that every once in a while. She's like, he has a cell phone, like it's attached to his body
Yeah.
24 hours a day,
Yeah.
and yet he can't pick it up when I call. She's like, what the fuck is the point?
Yeah.
But
I
like,
sending this
yeah,
guy
the lack
motherfucker
of
pigeon mail. Would it be faster?
yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
But like the lack of like space and time to yearn,
Mhm.
yeah,
Is
it's just it's killed it. You know,
yeah,
it's
you no longer
everybody's
go
too
a
used
fortnight
to
without seeing someone.
exactly. God, I love a fortnight. Like not the game
Yeah,
chat,
but
like the
just like
actual
a
word, a
fortnight.
fortnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which for the uneducated, that is 14 nights. A
Bum, bum.
fortnight. 14 nights.
Isn't
There you
it
go.
10
2
days?
weeks. I think it's supposed to be like that, but like a fortnight
Yeah.
is like 14
Yeah.
days. I think 14 nights.
Maybe. Yeah,
It's
something
like
like that.
6 of one, half a dozen of another. Because I'm pretty sure it's 14
Yeah.
nights, but then also it's like 10 days at some like descriptions.
By some kind of math.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying actually. Also, like it's not yeah, 14 days or 2 weeks. But then it's like 10 weekdays or some shit like that.
Oh, that's
you
right.
know?
That's what I'm thinking
Like
of. Yeah, it's 10
that's how it is.
10 weekdays.
Yeah.
10 business days. But
That's why it's like kind of annoying.
yeah. Have you ever read like a collection of letters
No, but okay,
from
there's
between people? Oh
okay.
my goodness.
Oh, wait, hold on.
There's some good ones.
There's this poem that like I read a long time ago and it destroys me. And I'm trying to find it now. Let's see, how does it go? Bum, bum, bum. It is called "I Love My Wife. My Wife is Dead" by Richard
Oh, damn.
Fenneman to Arlen Fenneman, and that poem destroyed me.
Yeah.
Right, chat. For those who are uneducated in the art of like this is like yearning for your wife, your loved one, right?
Yeah.
So
Aw.
should I read it on stream?
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Do it.
October 17th, 1946.
Oh, damn.
Darling, I adore you, sweetheart. I know how much you'd like to hear that, but I don't only write because I like it. I write it because it makes me warm all over inside to write to you.
Aw.
It is such a terribly long time since I last wrote to you. Almost 2 years. But I know you'll excuse me because you understand how I am. Stubborn and unrealistic. I thought there was no sense to writing. But I know my darling wife that it is right to do what I have delayed in so long in doing. and that I have done so much in the past. I want to tell you, I love you. I want to love you. I will always love you. I find it hard to understand in my mind what it means to love you after you are dead. But I still want to comfort and take care of you. And I want you to love me and care for me. I want to have problems to discuss with you. I want to do little projects with you. I never thought until just now that we can do that. What we should do. We started to learn to make clothes together, or learn Chinese, or getting a movie projector. Can I just do something now? No. I am alone without you, and you are the ideal woman and general instigator of all our wild adventures. When you were sick, you worried because you could not give me something that you wanted to and thought I needed. You needn't worry. Just as I told you, there was no real need because I loved you in so many ways, so much. And now it is clearly even more true. You can give me nothing now, yet I love you. Or now you can give me nothing. Now yet I love you so much that you stand in my way of loving anyone else. But I want you to stand there. You, dead, are so much better than anyone else alive. I know you will assure me that I am foolish and that you want me to have a life full of happiness and don't want to be in my way. I'll bet you are surprised that I don't even have a girlfriend. Except you, sweetheart. After 2 years. But you can't help it, darling. Nor can I. I don't understand it. For I have met many girls, and very nice ones. And I don't want to remain alone. But in 2 or 3 meetings, they all seem ashes. You only are left to me. You are real. My darling wife, I do adore you. I love my wife. My wife is dead. Rich. P.S.
Oh.
Please excuse my not mailing this, but I do not know your new address. And it is just like the most heartbreaking,
It's so
yearning
good.
love for, forgive me also for my reading because I have not read it in a while.
No,
But
you're
like,
good.
it is just the most like yearning, loving letter to someone, right? And it just
and that's
speaks so
so
much about his emotions and
yeah.
yearnings, where he still jokes with her in a way that she would understand.
Yeah.
And
Yes, like it's so intimate.
yeah,
Like that little, little joking
yeah,
between them, like longing for really simple things like planning things together or like doing simple tasks together. Like it's speaking to not like, oh, I miss
I miss
your
how
body or
beautiful
like,
you were
doing all
and
these
like
great,
your
these great
laugh and
amazing
stuff. It's
things
like
that we did together.
I
It's
miss
like
kind of like the
I miss
annoying
the
shit we
most
did together.
mundane shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I miss
Like
just
I miss
having a
the
day with
most
you,
like yeah, exactly.
or like exploring, trying new shit,
Exactly.
being shitty
Mhm.
at things. I miss the way that you would understand how annoying I am, and kind of thing. And it's just like, I guess that's
Mhm.
also like another like reason for yearning. It's hard to yearn for someone when you can so easily text them. And I believe, unfortunately, now the only time we can yearn for someone is when we've lost the love, right?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Thank you for the gifted subs, Erotic Smith. I love
O's Maeve. It's sub 2
what?
Erotic
Oh,
Smith. It's
Osmave.
O's Maeve.
Oh, I see. Osmave,
O's Maeve.
thank you for the 3 gifty subs. Holy shit.
Yeah. But like, I was
Thank you,
saying, I think
buddy.
the only time you can yearn for someone is when they're no longer there, whether love
Oh,
loss or
yeah.
like someone who has passed before. And I
Yeah.
think that is kind of, it's difficult as
Mm.
yearning like beforehand, leads you to be able to cope with yearning afterwards
Mm-hmm.
better.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely recall that story. That always gets me. Yeah, it is just so like heartbreaking entirely. You can feel the love that this person has for their wife in these words, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I genuinely think that is one of like the most almost like life-changing poems I've heard.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like it also hits
That's
harder
a
because
good
we're like
one.
demisexual. We're like, man, when I find that person,
Yeah.
it's gonna be so good.
Oh,
But
it's
it's
gonna be
just
so
like,
good. It's gonna gut me like
yeah,
a fish when they're
yeah, and
gone.
it's just like, man, this sucks. But like,
Yeah.
and
Like
so
I am homesick. They're like, I miss
I miss a
my
home I
wife.
don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
or like you're
Man.
missing someone who you
That's
don't know yet is also like a
yeah,
harsh feeling.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, I don't know, there's like a specific word for it.
Hmm.
And like, I know it's so funny. I have absolutely like heard women in
Hmm.
particular mention this, and they're like, I miss my kids that I don't have yet. Like
Ah,
I miss my
yeah.
kids, and you're like, they're not even here yet, and I miss them.
Mm,
Like
mm,
I cannot wait for them to be here.
right.
And it's just like it's such a sweet notion of being like
I get
you're
that though,
yearning for something
cause
or
like
someone.
because I get that feeling as well. Like even as a guy, I'm
Hmm.
like, I can't wait to have a kid because I just want to like talk shit and like have like banter with my kid. You know,
Yeah.
I wonder if like my kid's gonna be more like me or like my future wife, and I think that's like interesting
Mhm.
thought, or an interesting thought because I was nothing like my parents, so I'm like, I wonder what my kid's gonna be like. You
Yeah.
know, like when your personality is just so different, you're like, I do not have anyone
Yeah.
in my like immediate family or
Yes.
vicinity who understands me. So I guess
Hmm.
that's like why it's so interesting for me to like go
Yeah.
out and understand who I am as
Hmm.
well, because then
Yeah.
I can almost give myself the company that I deserve of, oh, this is who we
Yeah.
are, and this is
Yeah.
where we can take solace in understanding at least who we
Hmm.
are, because the people around
Yes.
me are not like me and I do not understand them. But I can go and find myself, and at least I'll have myself for company, which I think is great. I love that shit.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, that is like
I love that. I def recall that conversation. It's so beautiful to think about the life we can have. It really
yeah,
is.
or the poem that they're talking
It's very lovely. I'm trying to look up the one I was thinking of.
about. Mhm.
It's it's Andrew not Andrew. It's Leonard Cohen's Letters to Marianne. And like there's a whole collection of them. And it is oh my God, they're gut wrenching. Like they're
Ah,
so sweet.
I might
And
have to
like
read all these. These are.
his last letter to her, because like they weren't married at the end,
Mhm.
like they weren't together at the end of her life, but like they were a huge part of each other's life. His last letter to her, gutted. Like the first time I read it, sobbing on the floor. Like
Oh
it's
shit.
so good and like it's so intimate and it's so lovely to think about
Mhm.
like as like I don't know, as like with that yearning or like with that like understanding that like not everybody's going to be your forever person, but there can be people in your life who
Who you will love forever.
have such yeah, in some way, in some facet,
Mhm.
they will be foundational to who you are.
Right.
Like we all have those people like that.
Mhm.
And like Cohen's last letter to Marianne ruined me for like weeks. Like, oh, it was so good. But like all of his letters are really they're really sweet and they're funny and they're interesting. Like it's such a good collection of like literary stuff that's not like literary for academic purposes. It's just like a view into a relationship that's it's really eloquent.
Thank you for the follow,
And
Elsa.
I miss like handwritten letters. I think that's so
If
thoughtful and like purposeful.
I okay, Here's like the last letter, chat. Well, Marianne, it's it's come to this time when we're really so old and our bodies are falling apart. And I think I'll follow you very soon. Know that I am so close behind you that if you stretch out your hand, I think you could reach mine. And you know that I've always loved you for your beauty and your wisdom. But I don't need to say anything more than that. Because, because you know all about that. But now, I just wish you a very good journey. Goodbye, old friend. Endless love, and see you down the road. And it's like, to me, it is just like, there's a bit of humor where like, yeah, like we've been on this road for so long and I've known you for
Yeah.
so long and I've loved you for so
We're
long.
really so
And-
old. I'm probably not close behind you.
Yeah, like if you
Like,
reached out on your way there,
that's
you would
very
feel my hand in
romantic.
yours. you
Yeah.
know? And it's so romantic, right? And
It is. It's like
It-
it's not
it's
just
not-
like romantic.
yeah, it's like
go
a
ahead.
platonic of like, I've loved you for so long and we've known each other for so long that we might as well have gone together. And
Yeah.
I will be so close behind you that we pretty much
Yeah.
will be together if you would just reach out your hands for mine.
Yeah. Well, and it's not just like meant romantically. Like that's what solace, as like if you were the one like receiving the letter as you were tipping into, going into that good night.
Into
What
the
solace
oblivion,
to like, to think about, they really are just so close
Yeah.
that like it, even if I go, they're so close. It's as if they're here with me.
Yeah. It's like,
It's so sweet. And good
I know
like
I'm
a
going
bitch.
first, but you'll be on your
Like,
way.
Yeah,
We'll meet on the way there, kind of thing.
exactly.
Which like
Ugh.
it is so sweet and
It's
not
so
even a romantic or like a like yearning way. It's just like, hey, like I'm right behind you, girl, kind of thing,
Yeah.
It's like you go ahead
It's
first.
very-
Don't let the door hit you on the way out. I'll be right there.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna have one last drink and I'll be right there with you.
Hilarious.
You know,
Yeah.
I'll meet you in the parking lot for cigarettes, kind of thing, And like that's so sweet.
So good. Yeah.
You ever wonder why like maybe it's just not popular anymore, but like love like romantic movies like just don't do that anymore. The like kind of like
Yeah.
quiet silent understanding of 2 people right now, it feels like
Yeah.
everything has to be so overt. Everything has to be said to the other person. Like, I feel like this for you because of this. It's like, who
Yeah.
talks like that, bro?
Yeah.
No one talks like
everything's
that.
so straightforward and everything's so dramatic.
Yeah.
Everything's so overly dramatized.
Or it's
to,
like
where
The 14-year-old,
that
like, if
quiet
I said this shit to my bully, I would have owned him in the hallway kind of conversation. I'm like, bro, like, I get it, man. You were like bullied and you are now owning the chuds in like your brain. But
Yeah.
like, that's not how people talk.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And like good dialogue is just so hard to come by.
Hmm.
Right.
It really is. Oh,
Yeah.
good dialogue, man. It'll make or break a movie.
That's me at these
Make it
generally. If it is laid out, how do you audience get it while doing further? Yeah, it's like, how will the audience understand if we don't
Yeah.
say it out
How do
loud?
we keep their attention if we don't like
It's like,
beat point?
Danny
beat point,
was such
beat
an
point.
asshole, and that's why I hit him with a 4-hit combo to the chin and kicked him in the balls, and I totally owned him in front of my crush. It's like, all right, Oscar, relax, all right,
Yeah.
relax. But it is just like the lost art of like making film and movies. And I don't want to sound like a chud, right? But like if you've ever watched Peaky Blinders, you will see Cillian Murphy act his dick off. There will be scenes where they say things to him and you can see like the clenching of like his jaw, the flexing of the muscle in his
Exactly.
jaw, and like the twitch of his eye, and you're like,
Seething.
oh my god, he has sold the emotion of like anger or frustration or
Yeah.
and like restraint. He has sold this
Yeah.
emotion by not doing anything but flexing his jaw slightly.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
the amount of
I
time,
like.
yeah,
Yeah. I think we could go on like an entire tangent about like actors who are really good at like that nuanced
Yeah.
showing of like emotion. Because again, going back to the Blacklist, like I'm a one trick pony. I only watch like 4 TV shows. Chat.
Mhm.
That's it in all of this. But like he's one of those actors where you pick it's such small little ticks that you don't notice them
Yeah.
until you start looking for them. You're like, oh my God.
It's almost
Like
like the way he
that's
looks at
why.
people as well. There
Literally,
are
like how
like a
they
good
sit, how they
actor
move.
will blow your mind when you're looking for it. And if you don't know what to look for in a
Mhm,
good actor, like you'll be okay with you'll probably enjoy more movies. I'll be
mhm.
honest. But like
Yeah.
if
Yep.
you're looking for a good actor, like how they like even narrow their eyes or posture, the tilt of their
Mhm,
face. It's just like, wow, this guy just sold it. The scene is so good,
mhm.
spectacular, and they could say nothing. The
Yep.
camera could be on them for 2 seconds, or they could be just in the frame while someone else is talking,
Mhm.
and you will understand that this is a person. This isn't a guy playing a
Yeah.
character. This is a person reacting to
Mhm.
what he's being told.
Yep.
Some actors can completely alter their
Ye
face with the most minute movements, or just convey a whole
Mhm.
spectrum of emotions with the movement of their jaw and like a flinching
Mhm.
of their eyebrow. And they can tell you
Yep.
everything that they're thinking in that moment if you're looking for
Mhm.
it, if you know what to look for.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. And like good actors, they don't need a whole lot of dialogue.
Right.
And like they like I think we could go into an like entire tangent of
Yeah.
like film
Yeah.
and television in particular,
Hmm.
which I love. Like one of
I.
my like absolute favorite classes in college was going through like music and film,
Mhm.
and like it was so excessively academic and nuanced. Like the conversations we had were just ridiculous, and I
Mhm.
loved every second of it. Um, but like, yeah, with the right actors, like you don't need to overdo it on the dialogue
Yeah.
and
You
be
don't
like,
have to
"This is what's
overact.
happening."
You
Like,
have made me so upset with what you said.
yeah.
Okay,
Oh my
bro.
God,
Or what you could do is furrow your brow at what they're
no.
saying.
Literally,
You
like
know?
we were talking about like B-rated movies and how I hope that like Bright becomes a B-rated movie from like the 2015s, 2017s, so whatever it is. And like I just think of like the dialogue in there is just such garbage. And like fucking Will Smith turning to this like Noel Edgerton dressed as an orc, and he goes, "I need to know if you're a cop first or an orc first." I'm like, guys, I think we could have explored like the inner dynamics of like race and
Yeah.
policing in this fantasy world
Yeah.
in a
Well,
much
it's
better
even
way. And I'm like,
funnier because
this
Will
seems
Smith,
like a fanfic written by a 14-year-old
guys,
girl.
this is not anything, but like you have to also accept the fact that Will Smith is a black cop being racist towards a orc in Bright,
Towards
and
an
that
orc.
cannot
Even
go
better.
above your head. This is important
Yeah.
for you to
Yeah.
realize that
Oh
oh,
my God.
how
It's
like
so
this the orc is supposed to be like quite literally because okay, my God,
funny.
people were like, oh, orcs in like the Rings of Power like were an allegory for black people. Like, no, they weren't. Orcs
Like,
are evil. If you ever watched like like Lord of the Rings or read the books, they are actually just made from
mhm.
evil. They made from mud and evil.
Mm,
And it is actually racist for you to think that they are an allegory for black
good
people.
and
They're
evil.
not. You know?
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
straight evil. It's just so goofy. And I think that people with
They're
media,
made of mud and evil.
yeah, they're
Like, did you
quite
watch the
literally made of
film?
mud and evil. That is what they are made of. I do not know how to tell you this, but that is what they are made of. Source, it's in the book. Source,
It's in the book.
they wrote it in the book.
There's a how-to guide on making your
Yeah,
own orc.
yeah. First
We have one. He lives
ingredient
in the back. His name is Jeff.
clay. Second ingredient evil. You know.
One bottle of evil.
Yeah,
You need to get the brand name evil, not
yeah.
the
You cannot
drugstore
substitute
brand.
this ingredient. You cannot substitute for. I can't believe it's not evil.
I can't believe it's not evil.
You know, or like
Oh my
GLP-1
God.
approved evil. You know, like you
Yeah.
cannot do
Oh,
that.
literally.
All right,
Yeah. It's
but
not a
like,
compound. You can't do that.
yeah, but
Oh,
like it
bless.
is just
That's a
like
hoot.
I think media illiteracy and also short attention spans and also
Mhm.
like just a new wave of bad writers really destroy like media
Really
nowadays.
bad.
And as someone who
Yeah.
like really enjoys like good media,
Mm-hmm.
it is just like so disappointing that like I do not want to watch anything that comes out of like the West. And I don't want to say it's
Mm-hmm.
because like oh wokeage kind of thing. It's just bad writers. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to. You can
Yeah.
write
They're
something good that's
lazy.
woke.
Lazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm funny that you mentioned the West. Like one of my favorite examples to give people of like an immaculate, magnificent representation of strong female characters in like film writing
Mhm.
is fucking Ru Yi's Royal Love in the Palace. It is a Chinese historical drama,
I think I've heard
and
someone talk about this. Yeah, go ahead.
like 94% of the characters in the entire film of the Forbidden City are women
Mm.
because it's all about the harem. And so
Mm.
it's the harem and all of their maids and like the wives and the servants and the overwhelmingly women. I think the recurring male cast members, there's like 4 of them at any given time. And every other character is a female. And it's in a time frame and in a social setting where the opportunity for them to be caricatures of what men think women are, of being like catty and immature and, you know, bitchy and that whole thing, like the opportunity for that is rife just based on the time and the social setting.
Mhm.
And instead, each and every one of them is beautifully nuanced. Each and
Mm.
every one of them has things driving them
It's almost like
that
characters are
like make
actually
you feel
people.
for all of them. Yeah, like they're all fully fleshed out.
Mhm.
They have their own lives, their own stories, their own compelling things that make them why they are. And even the one that like seems the most caricaturesque of like what you think a harem woman would be, she was super catty, very capricious, like flighty, like super bitchy, always messing with somebody else. But like you learn about her in such a way that you find out that like she was brought into the harem. She knew that the emperor didn't want her. Like she's in this place of insecurity, like trying to find some footing for herself. She has her family to think about,
Mhm.
like to ensure
Because
that
these
like
people in the
they
harems earn wages, by the
yeah,
way,
yeah.
or
Like
favors as well, in some.
yes, exactly. Yeah, favor. Not just for themselves, but for their entire clan that they're from. So like
Mhm.
their family can suffer if they fuck up.
Yeah.
So like, you know, she's trying to maintain some type of like relevancy, not just for herself. Like there's this whole fleshed out story of like this one very capricious female character. And even she is so beautifully well rounded.
Mm.
Like her whole story comes to an extremely satisfying end for like what she did and like how things turned out in relation to her. And you're
Mhm.
just sitting like on the other side of this watching the show and you're like, it's that simple. Look at
Mm.
this. You're like, there's like 50 women in this cast, and ain't a one of them like a stupid bitch.
Mhm.
Like, not one. Like, come on. And this
There
is a
is.
historical drama. Like, arguably, historical dramas can be a bit more like soap opera esque, depending on, you know, who's the writer or like what region you're in.
Well, like I think a
And even
common
then,
issue, like what Osmev said, is that a lot of shows are written to be so explicit because people are on their phones while they have Netflix on in the background, and that
preach.
destroys the beauty of film. And that's why I don't watch
Yeah.
like normal slop that people are like, oh, have you watched this? I'm like, no, it's trash. It's slop.
Hmm.
Like I'm not watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It's slop.
Oh my
Like
God.
I'll be honest, chat. Game of Thrones is
On
slop.
all those,
You cannot
like,
tell me Game of Thrones is not
trash.
slop. Maybe like the first few seasons was good,
I,
but like the ending seasons, it's slop.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Did you watch like you didn't
I
watch
didn't
like
watch
all
Game
of
of
it, right?
Thrones. No, I watched like the
Me
first
neither. And I
season,
felt
kept up with like
so oh,
like zeitgeist of it, and then like
uh-huh.
it ended in shit. And I'm
Yeah.
like, good. I hate you guys.
Yeah.
That's what you deserve for
Exactly.
watching slop.
Like did you feel so vindicated
Yeah, I was
when
just
like
like,
everybody came to work the day after like the finale went and you're like, it was shit, wasn't it? And they're like, this was the dumbest thing ever. And you're like, yeah, I saved like 6 years of my life, boys.
yeah.
Let's go.
Well, everyone was like on me, like, oh, bro, it gets so good after like season one. I'm like, that's 11 hours in. I'm not watching that.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
arguably season 1 was like the better
Yeah. Well,
better
like
of
I got
it.
to like season four, or episode 4 of season one. I'm like, I'm bored. Like I get it that they're setting all these people up because there's like, you know, it's very character driven. You go from one character, then you piggyback off that. Um, make me more interested. I don't know what to tell you. If I was reading a book, I'd be done with like the first like 3 books already by 3 hours, or like by fucking however long this shit has taken to tell me one iota of this person who like I know is dead now because it's spoiled, right? And like I think that people's like maybe that was like I don't know, maybe it's just like people who don't read, but like oh my god, no character is safe. Like the Ned Stark and you like him so much gets killed. I'm like that's not shocking. That's just like normal. You know, if you read like a lot of like high fantasy and like dark fantasy, like that's just normal. People just die all the time. You know, they die from stupid shit.
Speedrun dying.
Yeah, like literally, like your favorite character could take an arrow and die in the middle of like a random battle, and it's just like whoa. And like sometimes it's unsatisfying, but that's how like fantasy life is, where like a good story is, where it's like obviously you want to set them up to mean something, but sometimes you need a character who just die randomly and be like whoa. You know, like wake you up like, oh man, like that's not satisfying, but that's also how the characters feel. Like, oh, this guy was supposed to be with me like forever. How can he just die like this?
Yeah.
And then you're going through the emotions with them rather than like,
you
know, obviously you're outnumbered and like someone's going to have a final stand and it's going to be like this old guy because he doesn't have much to live left. And it's like, well, that's obvious. You know, that's satisfying and that's obvious, but you can't always have that. You need unsatisfying deaths to make these satisfying deaths even better. I rarely watch anything, but if something gets my attention, I lock in. Like Violet Evergarden moved me completely out of nowhere. I still need to watch that. But I've been watching Apothecary Diaries with one of my friends, and that one's really good. It's also about like a harem, but she's like the worker. It's an anime where she's like the worker in the harem, and she is a she works in an apothecary, you know. And so she like creates medicine for like these girls that are in the harem, and you get to know about like the girls in the harem and stuff like that. And also Moi's a fake VTuber because she does not like anime. She does not watch anime.
I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to get into any of them.
I think you might like Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one might be interesting for you because it's not
I got
romance.
Through Death Note.
Death Note's not that good.
I was gonna say I got through it is like evidence enough, like me saying like I got through it, like it wasn't enjoyable, but
I watched it when I was like 15 and I'm like this guy's like high on his own gas. And like everyone's like it's so good, I'm like this guy, if I was this guy I would have been able to fill that entire Death Note without anyone finding out who I was. He is just an egomaniac. I would have just wrote like random fucking names down the entire time, you know, and like no one would have fucking knew who I was and I would have been Bing chilling. But this guy, like, he's not that smart. Like, he's smart, but then he's also, like, an egomaniac and a narcissist and a dumbass. You know?
A dumbass. For sure.
I'm literally watching that. I got through season 1 earlier today. Yeah, like, Apothecary Diaries is quite good. I'm not allowed to watch it without one of my friends, but it's quite good. Where the girl is actually, like, pretty strong-headed, but also kind of, like, written like a girl where she likes sweets and stuff like that and goofing around. And she has eccentric like interests, but also does not like kowtow to like authority, but understands her place in the world where I can't act out because I will be killed or I will be punished, and so I will maintain my role, but I do not need to kowtow to any person just because of that. So it's quite well written from like what I've been watching so far, and it's quite cute. And the characters are interesting enough where you can believe that these are real people, obviously like characterized a bit because it's an anime, but you can believe that these are real people that in this time period would behave in such a way, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah. But I
I'll believe it.
I think the lack of media literacy, the lazy writing, the over explanation of what people are feeling and thinking have destroyed media in a way that like might be irreparable, or at least for now, because no one's watching stuff for it to be good. People are watching stuff just to have something to watch. They have too much choice that it doesn't have to be good anymore, because there are some series that come out where I don't who would watch this, and it's almost like a tax write-off for these companies.
Yeah. You're like, did you even try?
Yeah, like
Like, be
what is
honest.
the point of this?
Yeah. Who
Um,
is this?
but like once in a while you'll get a really good series. Like Peaky Blinders just ended abruptly,
Hmm.
and they're making a
Yeah,
movie
that's
of
the
it.
worst.
Well, it ended in a
Yeah.
way where you're okay with it ending. You're like, oh man, yeah, I like this
Oh,
good.
okay.
But now
Yeah.
they're making like kind of a spiritual successor with it with all the actors, because like COVID happened,
Mm.
so they all had to like stop.
Oh,
Uh,
I see.
and so they're making like a almost a spiritual successor to it that's supposed to be like a sequel,
Hmm.
almost kind of. But it is hard as a film enjoyer to enjoy new films that are coming out because I am just so uninterested in it. That is hard. I've been disappointed so many times that I am not willing to try again. Like I heard the Odyssey is
Mm-hmm.
really good, but I'm also one picky bitch. I will watch a
Yeah.
movie. I could be 1 hour and 45 minutes in, and a scene could suck, and I would turn that shit off. You know, I could be like, "This is bad now." Like, "Oh, this is good. It's good. It's good. It's bad now."
This is trash.
Yeah,
It sucks. I hate it. Thank you
yeah.
so much.
I don't blame like CGI. I blame writing. Like, if even if the CGI is shitty,
Mm.
like that's fine. The camera work and the writing will turn me off from watching a movie. Um, and obviously the acting, but like the acting is very obvious. Like you watch a movie for like 10 minutes, you're like, I can't watch this. This person cannot act, or like this person does not know how to convey like the spectrum of emotions that are
Mm.
required of them for this character. Which, like, I'll keep hyping up. If you guys have not seen Iron Claw with Zac Efron, that is a spectacular movie where he portrays such a strong like character and basis of who he is, what he cares about,
Mm-hmm.
and how things affect him. And you truly feel for Zac Efron's character. And I have not seen the Dwayne the Rock Johnson movie, but I heard that Zac Efron act the fuck out of that compared to like the Rock's movie because they came out at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. I will probably watch the Odyssey only because myths, folklore, and is my vibe. Have you seen Epic the
Mm.
musical? It is quite good. It's not like something that you have to watch, but it is interesting. It's good. It's the first like musical made by a guy that was released onto TikTok, and then he has like just people sing his songs, and it was like a community based thing, which was the first of its kind, which is so interesting. And the music is the songs are very samey, and he does a lot of like slant rhyming and a lot of like the same kind of progression of the songs. But it is very good for his first like large project. And I don't know if Moy has seen Epic the musical. Moy's dead.
Trying to think
Um,
of. No, I'm trying to think of like Epic the musical. I'm like, did I find this guy? Or did I like I'm trying to think. I don't remember Epic the musical. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember like what it's supposed to be about.
Moy does have Anna Moy
Like
in
I
her name,
figured
which is very cool. It is very cool. Moy is
yes,
very
I
like
do. Yeah, and
Grecian.
that is absolutely purposeful.
Mhm.
Like for sure.
What bothered me was I was a fan of Moy's for like a year, and I was like, that sounds so fucking familiar, but I just didn't look it up. I'm like, wait, hold on. It finally clicked to me one day, and I was like, wait, hold
Wait a
on.
minute.
And I texted, I think I chatted to Moy or something. It's like, wait, hold on.
Yeah. Wait, is that what this is?
I was getting the theme
I
earlier.
get
Yeah.
it. Yeah. That's like the lore behind this model is, oh, the gods of the four winds
Yeah.
created me to do their job, and then guess what? I was a nuisance.
They're
That's
like,
the
fuck
worst,
off. You're unemployed
actually.
now. Get out of here.
Like, yeah, like we hate her. Like, oh my God, we're in trouble for her, like doing all this mischief, causing this chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's mad at us.
She's causing chaos,
Like,
but
they weren't
like
supposed to
in the
know
bad
that
way. You know?
yeah, in the worst possible way. They're sitting
Yeah.
there going.
She's not breaking the rules on
actually,
purpose. She's just misbehaving.
Yeah. You're like, what did you do? Well, I caused climate change. If that's anything to go off of, it caused some real problems.
Oh, Moy, did you like cause a hero to detour on their adventure? No, I pushed a guy off a bridge. What?
Exactly. That's exactly what
What?
it is. And they're sitting there going, wait a minute now. Like, what did we create? This is a problem. Everyone's
We're
gonna
meant to
mad
be
at us.
mischievous, not evil. Moy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
distinctly more distinctly wrong than
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah. It's like, what?
But, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like what Office character said that, and he's like, "What if we've been bad?" They were talking about like Santa and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, have you been a good little boy?" And he's like, well, what if we haven't been good?" Or, well, what if we haven't been bad? Like more like strictly evil than necessarily bad. And they're like, you know what, Creed, we covered it. You get a lump of coal. Okay.
That's
You
pretty
sure?
good.
Not so much morally gray as absolutely violent.
Well, it's so funny because like one of my old bosses, this just reminded me. We were like doing Secret Santa and like everyone was giving gifts and getting gifts and stuff like that. And my boss was like, "I got this for you," and I was like, "Oh, thank you." I opened up the gifts and it literally is a bag that says coal on it. I'm like, "What the hell? Why am I the only person that got coal?" Because like she was giving out gifts to everyone, and every one of my coworkers just looked at me and said, "Nope, that makes sense. That just adds up." I'm like, "I'm so nice. I am so nice to all of you. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know why I deserve coal. I'm
You're
not bad.
welcome.
I'm evil." Yeah. I don't misbehave. I break the rules on purpose. I stretch the meaning of these rules. All right. It's not my fault that you have bad wording. Which that kind of like adds on to like
Yeah.
why I decided to go with like the lucky double as my thing, because double contracts, they always stretch the rules. Like it's always in the wording, the fine
True.
print, where it's like, "Oh, be nice." I'm like, this is nice, kind of. You know, like, don't be mean. I'm not being mean, kind of. I'm being belligerent or like rude, but it's not mean. It's not means. It's mean spirited. It's mean adjacent. I can't believe it's not mean, right? But I'm excited to like try to do like a redesign sometime in like the next year or so. Get a new model, 'cause that should be
Yeah.
cool. But I think that's like
I like that.
pretty much it for what we have to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop
Did a
the
good job.
the podcast here. I was chill.
The
We're being chilling.
podcast, the podcast.
Profound Pixels, the podcast of the Proletariat, with the
Our
pondering and
inaugural episode.
yeah, the pondering and the what's the other word?
Proselytizing? No,
No, I was thinking of that one also.
No.
I'm like,
I like proselytizing, but it's
yeah.
it's the
I was
one that you
literally
came
thinking that
up
one
with.
also. It's pontification.
Proliferate pontification. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Pontificating.
Yeah.
It's a fun way to say bullshitting the
Yeah.
entire time.
Everyone's like, "Oh, that's so
Thank you
fancy.
for
What does that
listening.
mean?"
Thank you.
Oh, it means bullshit.
And thank you again for the gifty subs. That's very
Thank you for
sweet
the
of you.
gifted sub.
You
Thank you
did
for the
not need to do
follow.
that.
And
Yeah.
we will see
Hell yeah.
you, I don't know, maybe next Monday, maybe a Monday after that or whatever, for more podcasting. Or
Hell
alternatively, probably just on a random stream where Moy and I talk about random bullshit, because that's all we
So
do.
true.
All we do
That
is
is
talk
our
about random
whole
bullshit. That's our
job.
whole
And
brand.
boy, do I miss being unemployed while I do it.
I love bullshitting. Ooh, Chad. I
No.
love being just bullshitting.
Ooh, I love talking shit.
Yeah. That is literally my favorite thing to do. And I would talk shit all the time if that was an option. But unfortunately, my friends have jobs. And so do I.
Yeah. This sucks. I liked being unemployed, except for the part where I couldn't afford
didn't have money.
everything.
But like the free time, spectacular. Chef's kiss. Yeah. And like I think eventually once like we get more into like the groove of like I think 3 hours is too long. I think eventually we'll have
For
to like
the
make
for the
sure that we
podcast.
yeah,
Nah,
because like
no,
we
this
will
is
just
good. This
talk
is
about
good.
stuff constantly. Maybe we
True.
have to
Like,
do like
how long is
okay.
a normal people podcast?
I think it's like
Now that I think about
25
it.
to an hour at max. And I
Oh,
think we
oh,
need to
we're
go
way
like,
off base.
okay, thanks. We're gonna cut this
Yeah,
podcast here and then like start a new
yeah,
podcast, like start a new like
true.
one of it. I mean, we
I
can stream for
know.
multiple hours, but like just cutting it up and releasing it like
Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday,
Oh,
Friday, or
yeah,
some
for
shit like
sure.
that would be
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
better for us.
Oh, definitely.
All right.
I think, yeah, I had an idea for another podcast and
Episode.
I forgot what it was, but yeah, I'll message you
Yeah, 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 yeah,
once
yeah.
I remember what it is.
This one was my idea. The next one has to be Moy's idea. She has to come up with stuff,
Yeah.
and then we just like
No, I was
random
thinking
talk
of
about
something.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Also, like we went from like the art of yearning, and then I don't know, talking about politics, and then back to the art of yearning and being in love with someone, even like platonically, and then
Mm-hmm.
Epic the musical. So that was good. All right, chat. I'm gonna end stream here, and then I'm
Yeah.
probably just gonna play videojuegos. You shorten it much, but you pick a
Videojuegos.
smaller scope of topics probably to fit it in. Yeah, I think so. I
Mm.
think like we'll to cover like maybe like 3 or 4. This one's just like off the cuff, so we'll probably cover like 3 or 4 topics, and then
Yeah.
end it, and then like talk about another 3 or 4 topics, and then
Mhm.
end it, and then 3 or 4 topics because we will just rant, and we also have
We
we're
will
so
not stop.
opinionated.
The
You know,
wheels will fall
the two of
off
us are
before we
so
run out
fucking
of shit
opinionated.
to talk about.
And maybe we'll force someone like a friend to like
Yeah.
join us during one of these
Yeah.
because I think Moy and
Yeah.
I are very like in line with our thoughts
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So I think it'd be nice to have
Yeah.
someone who like
Differing
would not
views.
be, or even someone we don't know. That might be interesting as well.
Ooh, that could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think start with our friends.
Yeah,
Just
start
start
with our
dragging them
friends.
all in here.
Yeah, I know Nick is very opinionated as well, but then he is also very contrarian,
Yes.
where like he thinks more opposite of me, sometimes. So it's interesting to talk to him all the time.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
like we can have Shell on for like an episode about like what he believes in and his beliefs, and because Shell is a
Yeah.
religious man, he's a man of the cloth,
Uh-huh.
and
He's the
so
man of the claw.
and so that would be
So
interesting,
true.
I think,
Ooh, a
as like
protagonist. Yes.
yeah, as like a VTuber. What are friends if not to be
Yeah.
dragged onto stage? True. What if friends are not
Exactly.
to be dragged onto bad ideas? Or you know,
So true. This is a great idea. What
this
do
is
you
a
mean?
great. Also, like I think it's great because Moy and I now we get to like just yap about random bullshit, and I think it's really good.
And we have
for-
our own platform to yap about random bullshit.
Yeah, I think so
It's
too.
not like we're just like doing keys with our friends and then just talking nonstop. And
Yeah.
they're just sitting there going, "Please, I beg of you."
Yeah, or
Stop
like
it.
love them.
Enough.
Sometimes we'll be on a thought train and then we'll have to like interrupt ourselves because someone else is like bringing something up. But like now, Moy and I actually have our own platform to like just yap about shit.
Yeah.
Me sitting here patiently talking
Yeah.
while Moy doing World Quest, and you can see it in her eyes. You can see the reflection of World of Warcraft in her eyes. She's like,
Hey, you
yep,
shut
I
up."
agree with you. Yep,
I do.
Clicking away.
No,
Yeah, I know.
have to have like something going on in the background.
Yeah, she needs Subway
My brain will
Surfers.
shut
I do
off.
not. Chat, let me know if like you
I
guys want
do.
Subway
In
Surfers
fact,
or not.
need Subway Surfers.
Yeah,
But we agree on
I
a
think
lot of stuff.
I think it's really really well done also because we can yes and
Yeah.
each other really well. So like
Uh-huh.
that's the fun part of like yes
Mhm.
and like let me have it's
Like,
yes
let me
and plus I
continue
have
the
this opinion.
conversation. Yes. You're like, and here's this adjacent tangent. You're like,
Yeah.
technically these are related.
Yeah,
I
right.
have questions about them. But
I'm going to end my
Maybe
stream
so.
here. I don't know if Mo's gonna keep
Okay.
streaming.
I'm gonna keep streaming for a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah. I am done streaming, so I'm gonna cut
Yeah.
this and then try to cut it down and put it onto
Whee!
something while I stay
Hell
yapping.
yeah. Stay yapping.
Hey, chat. Thanks for
Hell
being
yeah,
here.
brother.
Thanks for hanging out. And as always, chat, I'll see you when I see you.
Mhm.
Also, read more and enjoy media and
Yeah.
read
please.
some letters. Read some love letters to other
Oh,
people
so
because
true.
I think that will make you understand and maybe not discover more about love, but make you yearn. And yearning for love is a good thing. Do not fool yourself into thinking that you are unable, incapable, or unwilling to yearn for love.
Exactly. Because like not yearning, it's not like protecting you from anything. Like yearning's good for you. Yearning is good. To want for something, it's being alive.
Yeah.
You know, to yearn is to live.
Anyone know that song that goes, someday, ba 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 ba?
Someday my prince will come. That one.
No.
Bum, 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 ba-dum. That's all I can think of when I think of yearning is like that one. I think it's from Cinderella. Someday my prince will come. Dun, 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 dun. Or maybe it's Snow White. I'm really not sure, TBH. Thank you for the pod. Hell yeah, brother.
It's been very fun. We'll continue this for as long as we can. I'm ending my stream.
Yes.